We are live. People can see our faces. Ristov, my dear friend, I'm Minutes. Welcome to the stream, everybody. This is the Town Between stream, episode 2. Episode 1 was not recorded because I forgot to put the VOD on. Get in.
Yes. Get in.
Absolutely banging episode, if I may say so myself, Ristov.
I think you did very well. I think you nearly kept up with my pace. So
I did, absolutely.
Hence why.
Hence why,
No,
come on.
No, I'm not gonna totally
Slate you.
slate you. No,
Yeah,
I did.
man.
It was good. It was good.
It
I'm
was
proud
good.
of us.
It was
well
great stream.
proud.
But from now on, we'll have we're going to try upload the VODs onto the YouTube channel. So guys, if you want to catch up, you can come check it out and maybe get some audio formats out on the old
Beerus,
what's
we've
it?
got Beerus here.
There's our dude.
Welcome, Beerus. How's it going, dude?
Beerus 2000 is an avid member of the community. We do love him.
Beerus
He's part of
2000.
both Ristov and myself's other Discords. He's a lovely old boy. Welcome
I
to the stream.
assume it's because Beerus is the 2000th Beerus.
Oh, of
So there
course.
are 1,999 other Beeruses which didn't turn up, but we've got Beerus 2000.
Thank God, because those
That's what I'm
other
assuming.
Beeruses are kind of obnoxious,
Yeah, we don't even like the other Beerus.
kind of dickheads.
Even though their numbers are many, they are, yeah.
There's only
They're
one
not as
good pick
good
of
as
the lot.
Beerus 2000.
It should be Beerus 9000. I think. I don't actually know. I think
Can you
Beerus is.
imagine?
Yeah. But as it has relevance because I'm pretty sure Beerus is from Dragon Ball Z and Dragon
I
Ball
didn't
Z.
know that.
You know what I'm saying?
I did not know that.
It's almost 9,000. I sound like such a like a mum whose child watches Dragon Ball Z. Like I actually have no idea. Mum was like, it's almost
See,
almost
I was going to
9,000.
say, you sound the opposite. You sound like you're pretending to have no idea, but you actually know exactly what you're talking about.
No, I genuinely wish I had idea. I wish I had some idea because, as you know, I'm a massive weeb, but I'm not.
You are
I'm
massive
not.
weeb.
But not for Dragon Ball. I never really got into it. Unfortunately, I was into the old Naruto when it first came out, and I never got onto the Dragon Ball phase. I think it's something that if I started at that age, I would have been really into it. I think lots of people are from that age, and they fucking love it now.
I always think Dragon Ball is older than I think it is, because I think it's just came out in the last 2 or 3 years or something. But it like harks back way back, doesn't it?
Fucking ancient
To
man.
the yesteryear of anime.
Ancient man. Fucking ancient. I don't think it's actually. I have no idea. You know, if we start talking about this, and if anyone ever comes across us in the future, it's like a proper Dragon Ball fan, they'll be like,
Oh my god, what? It's came out in 1971.
spit in the
Oh,
face.
is that
How
very
do you not know
British.
Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Generations. I don't know if that's.
Hang
that's
on,
the
hang
case.
on.
Absolutely. So
How's your
everything
week
going for
been?
you, man?
How's your week? Tell me about your week. What have you been doing?
It's been going all right, dude. It's been going all right. How's yours been going? Anything spicy?
Yeah, it's been alright.
Yeah.
Been a week off. Not done a great deal. Been on a couple of walks here and there.
Been on a couple of walks. That's what we do in the far reaches of the north. We go on lots of walks.
Far east of the north.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Absolutely. This is like the classic what's it called? This is proper British talk when it's like how's the weather been in your town? Oh yes, it's been quite nice. There's been there's been a lot of rain recently. Oh yes, there's been a lot of rain.
Oh, what that bloody rain.
Oh, that bloody rain. But yeah, man. It's been a really weird week. Where we live currently is just full on storms all the time at the moment. Rainy weather, blistering storms, and yeah, it's been pretty
Sounds
pretty
very moody.
crazy at the moment. Yeah, dude. But yeah, what's been
Oh, good.
Oh, good.
Oh.
Good. We had like a plan for the stream. We had some things lined up, and this sort of happens when you got a plan to do something. The best laid plans of mice and men sort of often fall astray. We had like last time we did a lot of moral questions and whatnot. I thought that was pretty good. It was a pretty good stand-up time. We had some things called thunks prepared, but I think they would just completely fall flat. If anyone knows what a thunk is, if anyone's ever been to primary school, yeah, you would. I mean,
No, not me. Never.
your teachers would have done like a thunk class, is where they try and put
What?
questions. Yeah, have you never heard of thunks?
No. What? You did a thunk class
A thunk.
in
Well,
primary school.
it's like a thing. I think look, teachers would know. You ask a question, and it's meant to like the questions sort of like mess with your mind, sort of make you think of a little thing differently, right? Okay, I'll give you one. All right.
Go on.
I'll just smash out
Go on.
all
I don't know
one.
what school you went to. We did like maths and stuff. We did funking.
Is there any such thing as the French?
What?
Is there any such thing as the French?
There's a French.
The French.
The French.
The French. Is there any such thing as the French?
Yeah. People from France.
What if? What people from France? I mean, oh my God. What if France ceased to exist? Would there still be French?
There'd be like legacy French, but then there'd be like new French that wouldn't be. They would be called something else because there'd be no France, so they'd be called like
The legacy French.
New French or whatever they called France or whatever.
What if
Because they
no
wouldn't
one
be from
ever
there.
remembered France? What if France was like a thing that just didn't exist anymore and no one knew what it was?
How would that happen?
I mean, for instance, the apocalypse. Think of the apocalypse happens and no one knows what the
So-
France even existed. It's like a I don't know.
So
like,
hang on. So is this relating to the
this is
the
right. Yeah,
initial
that's the same-
question?
Yeah, of course. If that's a reality in the future, then oh shit, sorry.
So the initial question is what is being French?
Well,
Or what
is there such
French?
thing as the French? Is there such thing
Is
as
there
the French?
such thing as the French?
Yeah.
And then you're saying if they never existed,
Yeah.
is that still the question?
Yeah. If is there still will there ever be such thing as the French if no one knew the French ever existed?
Well, that's kind of more like does a tree make a sound if it falls
Well,
down?
I
No one hears it.
suppose it is. As I said, I thought these songs would be a good idea. Obviously, not so great when you come to it. Little Gidding says,
No, getting there, we're
afternoon,
getting there.
gents. My internet's been-
Afternoon, Gidding.
Yeah, absolutely. Afternoon, Little Gidding. And Beerus2000 says, my internet's been doo-doo, trying to play Cold War,
Same.
and it's rough. Yeah, we've had some internet issues. If
My internet is doing something from hell. So
If
I'm with you there, mate.
yeah, if Ristov drops off every now and then, that's the thing that happens.
What are you drinking, mate? What are you drinking?
I'm drinking Northern Monk Essential IPA.
Northern Monk. I'm on the Brewdog.
Mm.
Hazy Jane.
Hazy Jen, one of my favourites. Thing is with this is apparently it's a session. So session IPAs you can apparently drink a lot more. I didn't realise that. I've already told you this, haven't I? We've been to the pub a few times. The last time I went to the pub with Ristov, it was sort of like you always give out your local facts, and if you're drinking beer, one of the facts is I never knew that session beer is beer that you can drink a lot of, so you don't get like really smashed really quickly. But
really?
This is still 4.1%, so it's not exactly light. But
That's I was gonna say, yeah.
in
that
comparison to your
depends on the
BrewDog, how much is your BrewDog?
session. Brewdog is 5%, 5.0.
5.0. See, that was what I'm saying. So
Is that slightly more than a session or maybe a shorter session?
yeah, it's that's well, BrewDogs. They gave me like 3 of those, and I'm down. Little Gidding, you just written 2. Why?
2.
2. What does that mean? What does that even mean?
I know what it means. I know.
What does it mean? What do you mean? What do you know what it means?
No,
You don't know what it means. You're just saying you know what it means.
no idea.
But yeah, welcome everyone to the stream. Appreciate your faces. Everyone's showing up. We are trying to get to bloody 50 followers. So if you stick around and you enjoy it, don't forget to drop a fat like. We'd
Drop us a
appreciate it.
follow or a like or a subscribe or a
Or
MySpace
something like that. So
invite, whatever.
you can't subscribe yet, mate. We're not affiliate.
You know, people can pretend to subscribe.
You can pretend. You can subscribe in your heart.
In your heart. In your
Subscribe
heart.
in your heart, guys. That's where it's all. That's
Correcting my spelling mistake there. That's what he was doing.
Right, and look, he's using. Oh, man, I'm so proud of you, Little Gidding, using an emote there. That's pretty.
Well, email.
That's pretty impressive, mate. Pretty impressive. Well done, you. Well done. See, I know Little Gidding personally, and he's not someone who's well versed in, because I wouldn't even think I could use an emote.
Emotes.
That's
I'm
it.
not one with the emotes, to be fair.
I'm
not an emote user.
Sometimes,
I'm-
yeah, you get gifted them, don't you? Sometimes if you stick around some certain places,
You get what?
you get gifted them.
Oh, see, right on here. I think.
Like I got some spicy gifts from like some streams I've been in, people's I've been watching.
That would make sense.
But then I
because
can
I've-
never get rid of them when I open them in chat. I don't know how. Fucking
Yeah.
hell! I was opening like 3 different windows. I can't get
I
out. Of it.
occasionally went through them all, and that makes
Yeah.
sense now because I was like, what the hell are all these weird emotes, which is like clearly not something that you would just have like, oh yeah, a general email, like smiley face, whatever. It's something really, really niche.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean we've got some gold ones. Maybe if we ever get to that subscriber level, we'll have some.
We'll have our own
Ristoff will
little.
be, he's the digital artist. Yeah, he can get on them. I did my old emotes from my old channel like a long time ago, and I've never changed them, and I have not the skill to do it ever again.
There is nothing wrong with those emotes. They are good emotes. I won't have a word against those emotes.
They will last the test of time, won't they?
They certainly will. They
I'll
absolutely will.
Yeah. So streaming. Funny thing about streaming, it's yeah, it's a weird thing. Whenever we go into these streams, we're trying to have like a what would you call it, Ristoff? When you go in like a fluffer,
hard-hitting formal exchange of information, which is life-changing and easygoing.
Absolutely.
That's pretty much it.
I don't know where I heard this, but I think a fluffer is someone who. Actually, probably won't discuss it here. I don't. Not that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking. Anyway, whatever.
I know what you're on there.
You're like, I'm trying to like cut over that to stop you from saying anything stupid again, but you just kept bringing up fluffers. How long are you guys gonna be on? Beerus says. Beerus 2000 says. I mean,
as long as it takes.
As long as it takes. As long as it takes. It's our special spooky Halloween episode. So as you can see, we're both dressed up to the T's. In spooky garb. I'm
spookily lit. There's a heavy shadow behind me.
You got that atmospheric. Atmospheric. I'm called Bad Haircut Man.
Haircut Man.
Bad Haircut Man. Oh. Haven't had a haircut in some time. That's my go-to, bro. This TV show is nice. What TV show? Oh, what are you talking about now? Yeah. Well, mate. It's I need to know. Was ist das Fluffer? Oh, what is the fluffer? I think it's someone who gets someone going before they take a certain scene in a certain type of film.
I think you've got the nail on the head there.
Yeah, not that I know about it. I'm pretty sure I was watching.
I think you know about it from what I've heard.
No,
I think you've got a lot of experience. A lot of experience with fluffers.
I am the fluffer. No,
back in the day.
Back in my day, this is my past. It's a long time ago. Well, I'm saying a little kidding. Don't Google it. I'm pretty sure it was like something I listened to a podcast about. I don't know why it came up. Something came up about it. Something. Anyway.
It probably has. It will have numerous meanings, I'm sure. But one of the meanings is what you are alluding to. I'm certain. So.
Absolutely, yeah. I'm sure there's like a type of duster as well that can do it. Of course, called that.
Probably a Pokemon as well. Go Fluffer.
Go Fluffer. Do your thing.
Fluffer will evolve into. Ooh, careful here. Something else, which is not rude at all.
I don't think there is an evolved into that director. Yeah, something like that. But yeah, it's been a weird one. I mean, Ristoff. As I was saying, we have like we talk at the beginning. I always say, if this doesn't go well, what could be better than? And I had a stream on Thursday. Sometimes this happens with streaming. You can have like a lot of people in, have a lot of chats going, and it being lots of fun. Having a great time. And other times you can go like a dead hour straight with no one. Like, you know what I mean? So yeah, I've had lots of streams in the past. Obviously, I'm a very little streamer. As yourself, I'm sorry, you Ristoff. You like to speak for your fucking self.
What the hell do you mean? How dare you?
But there's something beautiful about streaming with Ristoff, streaming together, is that you don't ever have that issue. You know what I mean? Because sometimes you're streaming. All new little streamers like myself will know this pain where you start up a stream and there's no one there for like half an hour and you just got to talk by yourself to nothing really. It was So I was just thinking, whatever happens today, mate. Whatever happens, that's what we always do beforehand. We always start positive. It's not gonna be as bad.
We always start positive with our fluffing.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So yeah. Ding dong. Ding dong. How's the audio everyone, by the way? We'll carry on with stuff.
No, it's all right. I think I would also need to know audio. What with my setup at the moment at today's technical issues, I'm surprised I've even got audio because I can't see anything, I can't hear anything.
Yeah, Discord wouldn't open, so we've had to like have a new whole system to start it all up differently, didn't we, mate? It was a
bloody nightmare.
It is a bloody nightmare, mate. Absolutely typical, mate. But yeah, dude. So yeah. Woo! It's spooky Halloween. I bought sweets for the first time in my life for people who probably won't show up at my door, but I'd still be
Trick or
too
treat.
awkward.
Have you got sweets? We've totally forgot.
Mate, well, you're gonna be in trouble. You live in
I
quite
know,
a busy
mate.
town.
I'm gonna have to give them out like pasta, like dry pasta.
Make some pictures, guys.
Oh, shells! You are lucky. Nice. Go on. Here, have this fresh tomato. They'll love it. The kids around here love that kind of stuff. They're all chefs.
Grate this onto your sweeties, and it'll give you magic powers.
It make you sick. Very sick.
Here's my shell grater. Take it with you, kids.
We don't have many kids around here. It's all just old ladies, and we might get some old ladies coming knocking on our door, and be like, "Hello, trick or treat, young man."
You got any candy for me? What you could do is just get your sugar. You got any biscuits?
Yeah, I could give him biscuit. I mean, might just tell him, "Oh, why don't you just take the dog for a walk and come back in an hour?"
Here's a ginger nut. There you go, son. Here's a bloody rich tea. That's for you, mate. You enjoy it.
Rich tea, yeah.
Rich tea. I mean,
what is the biscuit of choice that you go to? Just out of curiosity.
Every time.
Ginger nut. Oh, yeah, of course it is. I think we've had this discussion.
Yeah. I used to have back in my days in uni. I used to have like a tin full of ginger nuts. I'd always have it full, so I'd always have a pack to replenish it on. So I used to eat. I put on so much weight in university. I was so fat because of ginger nuts. I ate them all the time. All I did was sit in my room watching Netflix and eating ginger nuts with cups of tea. So yeah, man, it was a.
That's the days.
Good old days. Yeah. So ginger nuts are my weakness. What about you, mate? Oh, classic. This is classic material. What's your favourite biscuit, everybody? I feel like I'm in a Zoom Teams meeting. It's training. Icebreakers, guys. What does your favourite biscuit say about you, Ristov? Go on.
What does my favourite biscuit say about me?
Absolutely.
Well, I would say mine's a hobnob, so read into that what you will.
Mate, hobnob, yeah. Well, I won't. But don't know what I can say about ginger nut, really. I just, yeah.
What to say, really?
Well, I mean, probably is, but yeah, probably shouldn't. So I'm gonna leave that one where it lies. But yeah,
right.
Go on. You want to say something? I was totally about to cut you off.
I was just gonna say, I've noted down a few. So I don't. You're on about, I don't know when this was, but you were on about the radio not long ago, and like how people on the radio are always like, "Oh my God, mate! Oh, Beverly's rang in and little Tilly May's just had a first poo and it's amazing." Yeah.
Well done, Tilly May. We're thinking of you in the office. You go, girl.
You go, girl. We're gonna play you Ed Sheeran.
This one's for you.
Yeah. So I there's a radio show which I actually listen to hilariously on Radio 2, usually while I'm cooking on like a Saturday night. I have it on. I don't know if you've heard it, and it's totally different to the rest of the other radio shows that they have on Radio 2. So there's no kind of people, Tilly May ringing in or anything like that.
Yeah.
And it's Lisa Tarbuck. I don't know if you know Lisa Tarbuck. I think she was a comedian kind of in the 90s. And she has like a call, not a call in, because people don't ring in and talk, but they like email her like stupid stories, and she has different topics every week, and they're always stupid, like ridiculous topics or whatever. So I was listening to that whenever it was, and I stole some of them because some of them were really funny.
Absolutely perfect material, mate. If we ever make anything of this show and they come back to this, copyright, but we did say fair use.
No. I've kind of like made them. They're not. No one could copyright them because it's basically just like ring in and like email me and tell me funny thing about your cat or something like that. So they can't go crazy, but there were some funny ones. So I think it would be good eventually when we've got some people to maybe get some people to email us in their little stories or whatever. But as an example, we could kind of go through some of our experiences in the same vein, if you get me.
Yeah.
So like one of the funny ones was anything. So when people move into empty houses or move houses, whatever, and they find something in the house, and I just wondered if that had ever happened to you, if it ever happened to anyone, because there was one story where someone had went in and one of the doors was slightly rattling, so they like took the door off the hinges, and out of the door fell out like a little cube of diamonds, and they took the diamonds out, and they were worth about 30 grand. It was like diamonds hidden in a door. So I was like, wow, that's obviously an amazing story.
Yeah, jeez.
I mean, so
that person must have died or something. Like, to have diamonds kept in their house, you wouldn't leave
like
that.
a tiny little tube of diamonds hidden in their door. Like, you're not telling me something dodgy won't happen in there.
Yeah.
But I just wondered, maybe had you had a similar experience? Anyone you know had a similar experience of when you found something interesting in a house?
Yeah. Well, actually, when I moved to my new house where I'm living currently, there was this. There's this. Basically, one night I was sleeping. Yeah, sleeping. Sometimes I wake up a lot in the night. I walk around, sort of bump around. 'Cause it's always dark, and I was walking around. I hit this cupboard. I didn't realize there's like this really hidden. You see my place, little hidden cupboard. Yeah. Right behind the door.
No.
I sort of put my hand in, trying to find the light, and as I put my hand in, I felt this like this weird like squishy substance, right? And as I put my hand in, I felt like a burning sensation, and as I pulled my hand out, it was just like covered in blood, right?
What?
Covered in blood, and I went and I looked, and through this like cupboard, there was a portal into hell, and spooky.
Oh, my internet's going.
I'm so sorry. That was proper shit. See, I should never be improv. Like, I should never do improv because I'm not funny.
Going somewhere with that, mate. I thought, I was like, what? You put your hand in and you were covered in blood. What did you? I was like, I'm ready to call someone.
It's Halloween. I just got in that spooky feeling, mate. No. I don't bad anything here, man. I know the person before me was like, there's lots of fox hunting memorabilia around. And I despise fox hunting. That's about it. I found anything yet. I found a hornet's nest and no, not hornet's nest. That's exaggerating. Talk about exaggerating story. Wasp's nest. I mean,
it was a bird's nest.
it was a pigeon's nest.
Easter egg.
It was just a big spider. How about you, man? You found anything spicy in your house?
No, when we moved in, other than like about 8 inches of thick grease in the kitchen, then well, to be fair, they left a couple of weird things, but they were obviously weren't left like they had no idea they'd left them.
Yeah.
We found a set of silver cocktail sticks, like pure silver cocktail sticks in the back of one of the cupboard. There was a weird silver necklace, like hidden down one of the shelves, which just said Mexico on it. And then in the loft, they'd left a bin bag with a ballerina's tutu in it.
There you go. I mean, a little bit spicy.
You just get like a little glimpse into their lives. Like, what?
Didn't like
Mexican
cleaning.
ballerina with cocktail,
A lot of sausages cooked onto that grill, I imagine.
Oh my god, the grill! Oh.
So many sausages. I mean, we have to be not to go off topic, but BRS 2000 has said something very insightful, and we appreciate them sending it. Top of my team in multiplayer, boys. GG, bro.
My team multiplayer what?
COD. He's playing COD, isn't he?
Oh, of course.
Yeah. I think he said COD. Something like that. Yeah, man. No, I don't think I've even. I bet there's lots of good stories about that, but I can't even I mean.
Yeah, I was honestly, I was thinking, I bet there was something great in that house that you moved into. I was like, oh, it'll be, with the area you're in and all that shit.
Yeah.
Thought, great.
Nothing.
Covered from hell.
Well, I'm sure there's. I know I've got some. I think my garden was a graveyard at one point, so that's pretty exciting. But talk about houses. How about house horror stories? How about neighbors from hell horror stories? That's always like a good topic. Right?
Hell, yeah.
I've got a classic one, right?
Go on.
So actually, back in the day, I used to write a little bit of music when I was younger. I thought I was pretty edgy. But one of my songs, one of the lines, I started the song because I was in halls, and my bed was sort of like fixed to this wall, and my next door neighbor was quite active in his, intimate life, and some nights, well, every once a week or so, when he used to have a lady around to say or whatnot, the walls are paper thin, and because my bed was like touching his bed, basically, there's a paper thin wall, my bed, his bed. Whenever things would happen in the night, I'd be woken up with my bed just rocking like this. Bap, bap,
What?
bap, bap. No joke. It would just rock, and the beds were so cheap. And the walls were paper thin, so I invested in heavy duty earplugs. But I eventually moved because I was like, I can't deal with this anymore. It's gonna drive me mad. That's what you get for paying super cheap.
That's when you were in halls and you were as a student.
I paid for like the cheapest halls possible. And I paid
student.
for it, truly. Truly paid for it. The person I went to next time was just really smelly. But I was fine with that because he was quiet and didn't bang at 4 a.m. every night.
As long as he's not up shagging to death.
Absolutely. How about you, man?
Neighbours from hell. Do you know what? I've actually been very lucky with neighbours. I've never had... I'm not... the last place I lived for like 10 years, and so did the people... It was in a flat, and the people up and... Well, above me and below me was super nice. So yeah, I haven't really got any nightmare neighbour stories. I think, if anything, I've been the nightmare neighbour, probably, to my really lovely neighbours.
Jasper, get in the fucking house! Stop barking! Come here!
And banging about, marching around. Obviously, I do a lot of marching.
Well,
yeah. So yeah.
Listen to a lot
of even as a
Boney
student, we were horrendous. We were probably like the dude that was next door to you, like not in.
Wait, you were banging like all the time. So just.
I'm not gonna.
I was at the door next door to you, mate. Just absolutely at it every single night.
I used to live next to this lad, and he had to move because I was banging so much, and he had to buy earplugs. No.
We said. I was supposed to say, Ristov.
That took a while there, didn't it?
Yeah, I did. I was thinking, banging means sex. I was like, oh no, wait. You were okay. It was you. No, I love the guy. Yeah, I'll never forget him, and he is immortalized in one of my songs. Yeah. But yeah, dude, it was.
We had a party once when we were students, and it was an 80s party, so everyone had to like dress up as something or someone from the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
And then we obviously were making quite a lot of noise, and we lived in a residential area in the middle of a city.
Mm-hmm.
And so obviously one of the neighbours called the police, and they turned up at the front door, and my housemate at the time answered the front door, and she was like, "Oh my god, that's amazing, you've come as the police." Like the back. And they're like, "No, actually, with the police." Like, get fucked. What the fuck are you doing? There's people like chucking bottles out the windows. And she's like, "Oh my god, this is so cool, so authentic." We're like, "Oh god."
I love it. Amazing. Amazing. Chat, Beerus, I think it might just be you in chat, dude. So if you've got any nightmare horror stories from your neighbours, or anyone else in chat wants to tell us some good stories about neighbours from home, what it'll do.
Or things that you found in a house. Things that you found in an empty house.
Yeah, absolutely.
Whatever's more interesting.
Yeah, dude. I think it could be fascinating. Like, yeah, it's such a weird thing. Like, if you were ever to sell your house or move out, and people come, well, have you heard that people come into your property and just checking stuff, and you're renting or whatever, but they don't want to live there. Like, just going through your things. All the people go through your things. We're like, this is a nice cupboard. Oh my god.
Oh.
All that happens when they come to my house, but yeah. I'm always paranoid. I sort of like, whenever that happens, I normally just hide away all my nice valuables. I keep it a nice little box and put them secret stash. But yeah, dude. So glad. Bira says, so glad I don't have to deal with people through paper thin walls. Dude, it was the worst. I also had, like, when I lived in another house around the time, the year after, and these guys would play 3 o'clock. I don't understand. They must have gone out for nights out every single night, and 3 a.m, just bump drum and bass so loud it would shake the walls. But they had to move out because of damp, and I was like, it's just divine intervention, man. It's divine intervention. Thank fuck.
See, I think obviously you know this, Minutes, but I worked for a while within student accommodation, organising dear students accommodation, and yeah, we had loads and loads of complaints from students that would come in and be like, I want to move house, please. And you'd be like, why? Why do you want to move house? Why? Just give us a reason. They're like, I just don't really like where we are. Why? You've got to tell us why. Why do you want to move? Why? We need a reason. We need a reason. It's because my housemate is having sex all the time. And you're like, oh, okay, right, we'll move you.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
Good reason. Yeah, dude.
Yeah, it was funny. Student accommodation was horrendous. I think I've told you some stories, but yeah, like when you're saying like when people come to your house and look through your cupboards. Don't do that. Don't do that in a student house.
Dude, I remember once when I was I was a student. We had to share a kitchen, right? That's the worst. People fucking nick your stuff all the time. I was at Ben and Jerry's, so it used to get stolen. Because I ate like an absolute. I just ate shit in uni.
Also, what student can afford Ben and Jerry's, mate?
I know. I was just smashing out.
I wonder if it got nicked. I would have nicked it. I'll nick it now.
For at that point, mate. I was watching Netflix from 9 till 6. I had to have little treats. Those and the ginger nuts. But I remember there was this guy who used to cook. He used to steam chicken every night. It was chicken and pat choy. And he used to get, honestly, the most amazing transformation. When he came in, he was like clinically, he was obviously quite unhealthy and he needs to get healthy. And that was his system. And he lost so much weight in a year. It was mental. But the thing is, he'd steam his shit. All the liquid would come out, pour all over the cooker, and he wouldn't fucking clean it up. And then it's one of these guys like, I'm done with this. I'm fed up with this. And when it was water was pouring over, he turned his cooker down. And he came in and was like, what the fuck do you think you're doing, bruv? You gonna turn off my steamer, bruv? And I was like this on his face like this. And the guy was like, and the guy was actually huge. This big guy was like, oh, I'm sorry, I won't do it again. And I was there like, I should have said like, stop it. Stop fucking steaming, mate. I just fucking. I was happy to cook over the grime and the gristle. I was like, oh fucking. And when the cleaners came in, I was like, that fucking room 925 is an absolute dickhead. He cooks a steamed chicken here. But yeah, that was his thing. Uni days, awful and great at the same time. No, not really. Yeah, I bet you live in a fantasy where they're quite nice, but university for me was just like smoking a lot and drinking a lot of coffee and not being very active and avoiding all lectures and getting average grades. Yeah,
that's pretty much my university experience.
Yeah, I was gonna say, so easy to do well and to do average in university in England. I don't know how it's everywhere else, but because I'm not the brightest button, and it's quite easy to get like a solid.
You're brighter than me, mate.
Nah, man. Well, I did like my degree. I could have done my degree. Anyone could have done the degree I did in a PowerPoint. Over 2 months, I'm pretty sure you get the same qualification as I did in 3 years for $9,000 a year.
I have to do that. I've told you about my degree. We just turned up and everyone went, and then went home. That's about it. Arse.
That's an A start. 1-1.
Oh, did you see that? That was amazing. That was amazing. Then one of the lecturers would cry, and then that'd be it.
So beautiful. You just come in, just like put a shitty handprint on a canvas. Life.
Yeah. Oh, not even that. There was one time I did. Oh god, yeah. This is a whole other topic for another time, perhaps. Like student art and doing student art is hysterical and, amazing and awful at the same time. But yeah, the things we used to make. I made something out of hair once, and then I made like a load of perfume bottles. But then I was like, I don't actually want them to be real perfume bottles. They're going to be like the epiphany of a perfume bottle, and it's just going to be the smell of a perfume, and this is going to blah 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 blah, and this that and the other. And the lecturers were like, oh my god, yes, God, yes. And then in the end, I don't think I did it. I think I was like, yeah, I'm not going to do
it. Fuck this, mate. Just put a cigarette in the fucking perfume bottle there, so there's tobacco scent, because tobacco is death.
That's true. All that.
Spray that on yourself, mate. Right, boys and girls. As I said, with this whole stream, if anyone wants to jump in and say anything, say their piece, tell us to shut up, you can. It's not going to happen. Or just like involve yourself in the questions. If you've got stories about university, or stories about my housemates, or please tell us. Please tell us. We'll appreciate it, and we'll liaise in that discussion. But I really need to quickly get another drink, Christoph. I don't know how you feel.
Yeah, I'm getting there. I might.
We'll both pop down to the fridge and we'll come back and we'll BRB, okay?
BRB.
All right, BRB, boys. We'll be 2 minutes. Welcome back to the stream. Right, as you can see by the title, this is the Prepared to be Unprepared stream. We have big plans for this channel, big plans for what we're going to do next. We want to have people come in on calls and have chats with them. Obviously, we'll wait till our audience base is comfortable in engaging in chat with us, which is, of course, both me and Ristov spend a lot of time on other people's streams, and it can be fucking hard to get in to like have that interaction. Am I right, Ristov?
Absolutely. Well, weirdly though, met you through chatting in the stream, so it's kind of like
Ristov's not better than I am. I'd say,
so, dude.
Mate, it's a weird thing because sometimes you can go into some streamers' chat and you can start talking to them. I may have said this in the first episode, but the first episode is not recorded, and we've got new people here, so we can cover the same ground. You can go into like a streamer stream, and it can be you can go in, start chatting. And I get it myself as well as a streamer, as Ristov probably does too. When you have someone come into your chat, sometimes you're always wary of trolls, right? And I for some reason, when I come into a chat and I start talking to people, like, that's a fucking troll. Like he sounds like a dick. I don't trust him. He's not doing the standard. He's being all like this. He can't type. He can't spell. He's a troll. So that's sort of the issues we get. I asked Little Giddings, probably not there anymore. But if anyone wants to just tell us how the audio is sounding, Ristov, why don't you just have a little scat for me, and I will test it on here.
Me?
just freestyle jazz scat for me. Can you do that, mate? Can you freestyle jazz scat for me?
Do that.
Hold on. Okay, a bit more spirit, please. First of all, my fucking Twitch is showing like Okay, do it again.
My God. Can you hear me now? I'm plagued with bloody technology today.
I think I might have muted my stream. I don't know how to unmute it. Fucking hell. All right, say something to me.
Can you hear me now?
Sorry, everyone. This is very unprofessional. It's completely my bad because I'm an absolute... Oh my God, my mother never loved me. I can't figure myself out. Where are we? It's funny, isn't it? But it's so true. My brother can tell you that. What the fuck? Okay, say something. I can hear myself. Not say something.
Can you hear me now?
Oh, mate, it sounds sexy. We're good. Okay, everyone, you're going to get echo here. Sorry about it. Sorry about anyone who's watching the audio version. So I just muted myself midway through that. So very professional.
Right then.
The audio
For a minute, I thought everything's gone.
I didn't hear you there, because I don't have my headphones on because I'm a dickhead. So sorry about that.
That's all right.
Okay, back to business. Okay, back to basics. Get your radio and your fat laces. Everybody, so the funniest fucking thing. Okay, I want to have a stream where we have a deep analysis on Robbie Williams' Rude Box because it is the fucking weirdest shit.
You've mentioned this before.
I can't get over it, man. It's like
several times.
It blows.
And I mean, I'm not gonna disagree with you. It is something to behold.
Anthem.
Obviously, it's an absolute anthem.
It's an absolute fucking anthem, mate. No, it's
Robbie Williams as a whole is a bit of a I don't know. I'm like,
it's a weird thing, man, isn't it?
He's like a living cringe.
Yeah, let's talk about it because Robbie Williams, right? For anyone who doesn't know, growing up in England, in Great Britain, Robbie Williams was like on our screens forever. So we've sort of seen that evolution of Robbie Williams from I'm loving angel. He doesn't sing like that at all. I don't know why. I think we've got the Backstreet Boys going down there at the same time.
That was definitely Backstreet Boys.
Definitely Backstreet Boys.
We were channeling every one of them.
Every one of them. And then it was all this shit like, it was all like, very poppy. Your mum loved him. My one of my dear friends' stepmom I remember she adored Robbie Williams. And then Rude Box came out, and it was the fucking weirdest thing ever. It was just anyone who hasn't watched Rude Box and knows Robbie Williams, watch Rude Box. It's the weirdest time in his career. I don't even particularly like Robbie Williams. I just think it's a really funny story, man.
It is a thing where he's like in the lift. Is he in a lift at some point? And there's something going on, or am I thinking of something completely different?
Like in a thing, okay, back to basics, but he looks like off his face.
It looks like he's been dressed by like
He's like in a tracksuit. He's just like he's normally like in a suit, looking like James Bond. I don't know, whatever. But it's that weird song. It's a shit song as well, but it's quite funny. Bira says Robin Williams over in the States was memorized quite a lot after his death. Different Robin Williams.
Robin Williams.
It's Robin Williams. Robin Williams, total legend. Robbie Williams. Well, it's all about taste, innit? I'm not. I think I just think Rubox is the funniest. It's just such a weird thing of our childhood going into watching that. I don't know what else to compare it with. A weird pop culture sort of thing. Not that I'm into, I don't know. You know what I mean? It's fucking weird.
Was he ever big in the States? Robbie Williams, that is.
I don't know, man. He was always on like
America?
X Factor and Top of the Pops and shit like that. It was always on there. So I don't know how big he made in America, but he was part of Take That, which also came back. Why the fuck are we talking about but anyway, it's quite interesting. Boy bands and shit like that, man. We don't even know much about them, but he's a funny character. I hope he's doing well. But Rubox, God bless Rubox, bless it. It reminds me of my I don't know. Yeah. It's sort of like a time in your life where you're successful, you can do anything, you do Rubox.
Yeah. Let's risk it and let's play this card.
Risk it for a biscuit, yeah. The Rubox card. Tangents. Do you know, whenever I watch like podcasts or stuff, I'm always like, you always get like a title of a podcast and then they just go off topic. I'm always like, tangents, bloody tangents. I lap that shit up and watch it anyway. But obviously this is the prepared to be unprepared stream. So we are very unprepared and it's just tangents all the fucking way. So
well, yeah, we're prepared for tangents, or it
should be tangents.
We can go off topic because that is technically what we've promised that we will do. Absolutely. In that title.
That's true. So. It's like a clockwork tangent. I thought tangerine. Yeah. I was thinking clockwork orange. I don't know how that kind of. It would have.
Okay, I'm with you. Yeah,
kind of would have worked. I don't know.
Stretch it till it gets there.
Clockwork tangent. They'd be like, "What the fuck? How did you get from tangent to clockwork orange?" Beerus says, "Oh, I was mistaken." Beerus, you're never mistaken, mate. You're a one active chatter. You're a fucking god.
It's our fault for talking about such a fucking stupid weirdo. Anyway.
Yeah, you're going to be memorialized, Beerus, for. But obviously, this is going to be a world-renowned podcast stream everywhere.
And everyone's like talking about when we were talking about Robbie Williams. Being like, oh my God,
and they were like, amazing. Who was that one guy in the stream that just he gave us little 2 pence for everything? It was Beerus 2000. What a fucking legend. That little Gidding guy, total cunt. He's not here anymore. By the way, everyone, little Gidding is a relative, so I can call him a cunt. He's not like a standard viewer.
He's not just.
And he also is a bit of a cunt. So.
Well, aren't we all?
Am I allowed to use that word? I don't know. Yeah, I think I am. It's a mature stream now, guys. So
Mature stream, yeah. Say what you want.
Say what you want. It's Halloween, mate. Halloween can mean you'll be naughty. You'll be naughty on Halloween, aren't we, mate? A little bit bloody naughty. Oh God! Do you know I haven't been actually looking at our actual Twitch stream. We've got our big stickers to follow us on. I'm going to take those off because they are horrible. But don't worry, on the recording they won't show up. So that's nice, isn't it? I'll turn it off.
Also, it's covering up your lovely name. No one knows what your name. Well, I suppose your name is because it's covering up your name with your name. But
yeah. It's yeah. Let's try and get rid of it. How do we get rid of it? How do we get rid of it, Papa? Delete button. There you go. Save changes.
Obviously, I'll leave all the magic to Minutes Wolves here.
Yeah. Ristov said this morning. He said, "I just show up." I was like, "Fuck you, fucking show you, fucking."
Just show up. That's all I do.
He doesn't. I say it because we didn't say this last time. Anyone who's watching audibly. Anyone, is that one person the next 2 years who listens to this audibly, right? We got beautiful art on the Twitch stream, and it's all made by my boy Ristov. It's beautiful. It's beautiful, mate. Absolutely gorgeous artwork. And yeah, anyone who's in the chat who's interested in this beautiful stuff, he doesn't do commissions because he's a lazy fuck, but he does do beautiful artwork in general.
True. All truth.
So yeah. I'm very happy with it, as you can imagine. 2 cents can't even buy me a lollipop. So sad, says Beerus 2000. Well, it can buy you a bit of respect from us, and we love you. Everyone here is actually earning pennies. Our loyalty rewards are pennies in this stream. When we eventually get to affiliate, which is of course going to happen, hopefully. If I brought Minutes for Wolves to affiliate by myself, we can bring this together to affiliate. and then there'll be proper rewards. But I think the current rewards is you can get some ASMR if you purchase, use that money for affiliate.
What's the ASMR? What does it actually do?
ASMR is like this. So they give us like, so say
when we say I see.
You could spend like I think it's like 100 pennies or something like that, which of course equates to how many pounds, Ristoff?
1 pound.
Yeah. I was like, fuck, how many pounds? I don't fucking know. For some reason, I equivalent pennies with like time, like 60 minutes. I don't know. It's a weird thing, but yeah, for a pound in imaginary money from Streamlabs, you can get some ASMR. So you could say, minutes. I want you to say, I have luscious locks, and you want to run your fingers through them. So I could go, you have luscious locks, and I want to run my fingers through them. So stuff like that, or Ristoff,
That was very spicy.
That was a bit spicy, wasn't it, mate?
Very spicy.
Think about it. It's like writing your name around my nip. That's like a thing.
Too much.
Too much. I know. Gosh. I mean, it's a mature stream.
Why, why it's 100 pennies.
That's exactly it. That's why it's a quid.
No one can have that feeling all the time.
Absolutely not. And 100 pennies, you actually have to be in the stream for like a long time.
3 weeks.
No, I think it's like, or if you follow, you get 50 pennies. So it's a follow and like half an hour in stream, you can get some ASMR goodness. So
can the stream follow itself? So can I?
No, mate.
Ultimately,
if only. But speaking of follows, everybody. You know what? It's a funny thing. In our own streams, I never ever shamelessly promo or ask, because I was always told not to. But we'd really appreciate it if anyone who is enjoying the stream, you just have to click follow and just drop us a little follow. It'd be greatly appreciated, and it'll help us keep going, and maybe inspire us to do more things. But we're new, so and we're loving it. I think it's quite a nice thing. It's like going to church on a Sunday, or like going shopping on a Wednesday. We stream on a Sunday. We are in discussions around if we're going to keep our Sundays, but don't worry about that for now. I don't even know I'm discussing that here. It will still be weekly. Won't it, Ristoff?
Absolutely.
Won't it, Ristoff? Absolutely. If the stream doesn't become weekly, no falling out deeply, and we're not speaking to each other anymore. Yeah. He's like, oh fuck.
It's definitely going that way.
Been going that way for a long time. Did that follow day one, Beerus? We should have. Actually, I probably didn't set up the money scheme by then, so you may have missed out. I will refund you 50 pennies in the Streamlabs chat. In the Streamlabs chat, I will refund you 50 pennies, my friend. All right.
Look at that bargain.
Bargain, bruh. It's a bargain, bruh. Right. I do want to give you some thanks later, but I can't. I haven't got my fucking thing up me. I don't want my fucking. I have my tablet, which I would maybe next break I'll bring it up and we can do some thunks.
When you said tablet, I was thinking, oh god, like medication.
Yeah.
I've just had my tablet.
Mate,
whoa.
I haven't associated tablets with medication for a long time. Since the inception of tablet, you know what I mean?
No tablet.
So yeah, but I mean, I can bring those up later. I don't know what you want to talk about, Ristoff. I do want to quickly quiz Ristoff on something, though, everybody. We are about to... Did that
look at Discord, apparently.
Fucking hell. See, I miss little bits of chat, but Ristoff is on the chat like a hawk. I don't know why I give that responsibility to Ristoff, because in his own streams, he ignored fucking everyone. He's just like painting away, and he's like, what? I was like, read the line, 5 lines up. Sorry, Ristoff, I didn't mean to hurt your feelings there. I mean,
don't worry, mate.
You try your best.
My feelings are rock hard. That is.
Yeah, I'm sure they are, mate.
Okay.
My feelings are rock hard right now.
I am rock hard.
All right, mate. You can tell the feelings out of it. Just get straight into it. Not even subtle.
Okay, Beerus said, look at Discord, and I am, but I can't actually see anything.
There you go. Everyone, I may be in the Minutes for Wolves Discord. Beerus, we have actually got another Discord, which we sent you the invite for.
Right. Oh, it is. It absolutely is.
And everyone who's thinking about dropping a follow, you can be invited to our Discord if you follow the page. And we interact with everyone in there, which is, of course, 3 people currently. Yeah. But it's a lot of fun. We love Discord. We bloody love Discord. but we like to have a little bit of. We need to make some.
Okay, yeah, minutes.
Drop it in. Drop it in the town between server if you would, mate. That'd be really useful because that's what Ristov is on currently, and town between doesn't follow my own play Discord.
I'm gonna copy it over to the town between.
Actually, I can't even access it, mate. Because I'm gonna have to.
Oh, I see.
Well,
right.
Ristov, give me in the chat a description of what's happened. Everybody, it's this spice you can get into. If you follow, you can get into the Discord. I'm feeling like sound like a fucking. Go on.
It's a video. It's a video.
It's a video of a fluffer. Anyone who's listening,
okay.
Anyone who's listening audibly, our viewer Beerish2000 sent a video in, which is extremely inappropriate. Would you say?
It's not inappropriate. It's just a video of one of those like doorbell cams that you you can see that it's one of those where it's I think a little lad was about to steal someone's post and he's got caught basically.
Oh dear. That's random as fuck.
Yeah, that's pretty random.
Yeah, do you see this guy who's tried stealing? Speaking of stealing, have you ever, Beers, you just led it into a beautiful segue here, a little beautiful bloody tangent. Have you ever had anything stolen from you, Ristov?
Anything stolen from me? Yes, I have.
Go on, pray tell.
Our house was broken into.
Fuck. What, this house you're in now?
No. Ages and ages ago, when I lived with my friend in the center of a town, and yeah, we got burgled by some bad lads.
No way. Were you in the house at the time?
I was upstairs asleep.
Fuck.
And yeah, but we lived. To be fair, we lived in this like horrible little terrace house, which is like a little two down, and they stole because my friend. I won't give her name away. Let's call her Kathy.
Susie Lou.
Susie Lou is better. So Susie Lou was at her boyfriend's, and I was upstairs asleep, and someone came in and they stole my Xbox and her laptop and my wallet and all sorts.
And leave your wallet downstairs, ding dong.
I know. I don't.
Happens. Go on. Student.
Yeah. But the hilarious thing is, like, they stole my Xbox, which was in amongst all my Dreamcast. They didn't touch the Dreamcast at all.
Fuck that shit.
Get Xbox back. So yeah,
I literally came back.
And then I rang Susie Lou to say, like, "Oh, hi Susie, yeah, you might want to come home because we've been burgled." And she was like, "What have they taken?" I was like, "Well, they haven't taken the Dreamcast." She was like,
"Thank fuck for that."
What have they taken? You fucking. So yeah, but otherwise, I've not been robboed, and we were all insured. So if anything, it made us like we got a better laptop and a better Xbox and a better.
Oh sweet, insured. Fuck yeah, man.
So, it was all good in the end.
That's crazy.
Thank God for insurance. What about you?
Spooks the fuck out of me, dude. I once had like a I was once in my uni accommodation. No, it was a house actually. I was living in a house, not halls. Think about house in a terrace house, similar thing. Similar situation. Actually, funny thing about this house, I once basically this time in my life, I was kind of losing my mind. I'm not going to go too much into it. I've told Ristov the whole story. You fucking loved this story, but I did genuinely lose my mind a bit. But anyway, crazy. That's completely fucking irrelevant. But where we were was quite rough. But there's loads of students there, so robbers massively took advantage because students. A bit of donuts. They're donuts. They leave the doors open. They leave the doors open. Yep. People just check them. Fucking walk through, take the shit, and fuck off. And loads of people on the street got robbed. And one night, it was like it was like midnight sort of time, and some guys were banging on the door, bah, 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 bah. And my friend came downstairs and said, "Who is it?" I said, "Looking for Steve." He was like, "There's no Steve here," he said through the door. They go, "Okay, open up. We're looking for one of you guys." And we went up to the other guys' hall, looked down. There's a big group of men outside our house, waiting to. Because they've been doing this. They've been doing this on the street. They'd knock. People would open the door and they just like force the way in. Was the way they were doing it at that time. Yeah, it's a big group of lads. Force the way in, like pin you and take your shit and fuck off. So that's pretty much as close as I've come. I probably had other things taken from me. but not that I'm aware of. I'm always like, where's that gone? I've been fucking robbed.
I've been robbed. Oh no.
I was like, who did it? Who stole it? Then it's fucking like in my drawer or whatever. Because I've got a really fucking weird thing with keys or wallets. But I've got something precious, right? I'm like, gotta go out or go for a dog walk. So I'm gonna put this here and like put it in the bookshelf or some random shit. And I never remember where it is, of course, because it's stupid. Why the fuck would I put it in these places? And I do. So I've got that sort of syndrome. I put it somewhere where I think it's gonna be safe, and I never find it for like 3 days, but I think someone's robbed me, but obviously it hasn't. So we missed. Beerus said you didn't even take the Dreamcast. I would have gone all in. I'm sure you would have, mate. Has he got like a Peter Griffin Joker face there? That's interesting. That's an interesting.
Yeah,
man.
It is. Guy,
what a film!
Halloween clown, topical, nice.
I haven't heard any trick or treaters actually at all. Bought loads of sweets for any kids that come by, but no one. So interesting. Got a lot of sweets left over. Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude.
Yeah, doesn't it? Clocks have gone back, forward, whatever.
No, have they? Have they?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
You don't put your clock forward.
Mate, someone Googled it earlier. It said like the 9th of November.
What? Are you still working on the wrong time, mate?
I thought it was a bit weird. I thought it was a bit weird that like all my car clocks are working again because they're always like an hour forward and stuff like that. But obviously that's the reason why, because the clocks have gone back or gone forward.
Clocks have gone bloody
back and forward, mate. Back and forward.
All back, straight forward.
There we go. Oh gosh. Okay. Well, I've missed out on that lie-in proper.
Yeah,
damn it. My dog woke me up. My dog's on dementia medication now, so.
Oh,
that's fun. That's going to cost me a lot of money for the rest of his life, so thank you, mate. It's obviously quite, but you know, whatever makes him comfortable.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't go for the Dreamcast, and like obviously, the Dreamcast is probably worth more. They took the Xbox 360, and now are you like, you get an Xbox 360 for a tenner, Dreamcast, you know?
Back then, they do. They were the creme de la creme. They didn't even know what a Dreamcast was. Probably thought it was like Dreamcast now costs a lot, don't they?
Probably thought it was like a toaster or something.
Absolutely. Yeah. I bet Dreamcast now, big bucks. I mean, Nintendo have now got the Dreamcast on, and Beerus, our friend, is now leaving. So see you later, Beerus. Cheers for the input, mate. We appreciate your face. You're lovely, lovely mate. Take it easy. Spread the love. Tell your relatives. Say, oh, Nan, I've got these two. There's these two streamers that do this stream called Minutes.
Come on, Nan, get on stream, Nan.
TownBetween, Nan. You'll really like it. It'll really soothe your ear holes. Give you lots of wisdom and stuff. We'd love it if you joined. We'd love it if you joined. I probably shouldn't say that, Beerus. I'm sorry. Maybe I've got to be careful when I'm recommending family members. It's like, oh fuck, sorry. Well, whatever. Just share the love. We appreciate it. Also, why don't we give Beerus a shout out? Beerus 2000 is also a streamer, so check him out. If anyone's in stream, wants to check him out,
check him out.
He does bloody good streams. You can say hello to him. But yeah, appreciate your face, mate. Appreciate your voice. So, my dear friend. So, dude. It's a weird thing, isn't it, doing things live? I mean, I think a lot of people who do these sort of like one-to-one podcasts will be sort of do it, they do it one-to-one, record it, edit it, back it up. But me and Dristoff, obviously, we both being on Twitch, we'd like to do it raw. But obviously, we normally come prepared, but this is a little unprepared, bloody cheeky stream where we get all the good gold shit.
I like how you keep slipping into like a sort of wedding DJ kind of voice, like this. You go into a sleepy little, and I like it. I'm not. It's like, you know, I'm not taking the piss. I genuinely think it's good. I think that's something we could have.
That's
a regular thing.
That's such a compliment. My inspiration and stuff comes from Sarah Cox in the morning. Hello, Susie. We are so happy for you to chat into to the BBC's Radio 4 website. We hope you're having a lovely drive time. Avoid the A45. It is busy. I just want to say, Lizzie, this one's for you. It's called Anaconda. You better don't. That Anaconda, Liz, you better bloody don't.
You got it, mate.
Cheers,
got
man.
it. You're ready already.
Cheers, man. I mean, that's like that's something. That's something. And I just want to advise everyone in this stream, and Ristoff himself, to clip shit. Right? Press the big clip button. There's a big fucking clip button. We'd really appreciate anyone who finds anything enjoyable. Drop that clip. Normally we have our boy Faisal in chat, who just like he's a god.
He's the clip master.
Clip master
of the clipping
on both of our channels. He also is a wonderful streamer. So he's not here right now, but Carl Dragons. Do you know how to spell his name, Ristov? Because it's kind of hard.
No.
So I'll give him a shout out, but he's not here. But we love him.
He's not
dearly.
here. We do love him.
Okay, why don't we have like part of the stream? We're going to dedicate a part of the stream to our history. Mine and Ristov's. We've become fast friends and obviously created this channel. But in our friendship, we also met another mate on Twitch, which is a beautiful thing about Twitch, friendships on Twitch. And he's called Faisal. He's a bit of a cheeky boy. I'm going to be honest. He's a bit cheeky. So, you know, sometimes he just pushes the boat.
He does. But in a good way, in the best possible way.
I say that. I don't even know what I mean by push the boat. But
he pushes the boat.
He's our boy from Saudi Arabia. You know how it is. He's a lovely chap. And Faisal, we love you. Yeah, basically. I don't know what.
Love you, Faisal.
I mean, I don't know if people, if anyone's watching the stream, like, what the fuck are you talking about? But basically, what I'm talking about is Twitch clipping and doing and like all that stuff. Faisal would always be there to like clip shit and get the best bits because he's a fucking legend. And now I'm trying to find this fucking thing, but I don't want to like delay the stream. I don't like, I don't know there'd be a tangent. People are like, what the fuck is this guy talking about? So Ristov, say something funny whilst I search his name so I can give him a shout out. Not that I don't know if we've actually got anyone currently in stream, but it's always good to give this boy. He's fucking live. Yeah. That's why I ain't here. Okay, dickhead. Take it back. No, our boy Faisal, we love him. But we know why he's not here now. Classic Faisal.
Classic Faisal.
But yeah,
we should go and
maybe
when we're done here, we should
let's raid him.
Raid him or whatever the proper term is.
I copied his fucking thing. I haven't even copied his fucking thing. Anyway, if he's live afterwards. But anyway, we're going on tangent, mate. Give me some spicy stuff, Ristov. Come on.
Spicy stuff.
Slap out that minimal material we got for today's stream.
I've got my minimal material right here. I am just...
Stop. It's so much. I can't.
Woo.
It's scaring me. Whew.
Okay, so...
That's a lot of material. God damn, that's a lot of material.
Here's a question for you, right? Here's a question.
Okay.
So, have you ever, and this is from both sides of the coin. So, can you describe a time where you either gave or received? Stay with me.
Mm-hmm.
Like very very good or very very bad, like customer service.
Oh, okay. I can actually. I worked in retail. I don't want to sound like a dickhead, actually.
Was this like incredibly good, like?
Oh, really?
I imagine you were quite good at customer service.
No, one thing is,
very nice chap. So I imagine someone, the old lady, would be there, be like,
oh man, you say old lady. So this is I've got some gold. I mean, maybe it's if you have to be there for it to be gold, but so I used to work at this antiquarian bookshop a long time ago. Not that long ago, but I worked there for a long time. And we used to have this lady who used to come in. She was sort of like infamous around town. I think she was like 68, but she looks like 200. So not that sounds mean, okay? But it's like, oh, that's really fucking mean. This lady was so horrible. I can't tell you how horrible she was. And she came into the shop one time. She came in, and me and my colleague, who was a young woman, my age at the time, so we're both like, I think we're both like 19 or something. And she was like, she looked at her outfit, which was pretty modest. Not that it even matter. Not that it even matter, guys. But it was pretty modest. And she was like, you should really cover up. So I went up. And this girl was shy as anything anyway. And it was horror. But just for context, she said that. But before that, she came in all the time. She was horrible. She'd come up and say, can you get this book for me? And you get the book. You look around. It's been ages to find the book. She goes, this isn't what I want. I'm like, okay, how about this? This is a similar theme. What is this? No, I want this, and this. Is there a book? You idiot. No, it's like this. Have you got a book on speaking German to French natives of the Brittany Republic of the island of Corsica or some shit like that? And be like, no.
I sold the last one.
Yeah, I don't. She'd be like, what the fuck? Find me something in that theme. So you spend hours finding the shit, and eventually she'd be like, oh, what is this? And she'd come to the desk and be like, okay, I'll buy it. And you sell it to her, and she'll go off. She'd come back going, nah, I don't want it. And she'd fucking return the fucking thing. She'd return the thing, go off, come back 2 hours later and say, actually, I want it. Sell it to her. She'd go back to her house, call up and say, I'm old. I want you to come pick it up and return it for me because I don't fucking want it. And that was like, that was her. She'd come in all the time. She was agony. So sometimes she'd come in and just, I just want to make it very clear. She was a very nasty woman. She said a lot of other nasty things to a lot of people.
So is this like building up to something horrible that you did to her?
No, but she'd just come in and she'd say, "Have you got this book?" That's the whole. I just be like, "No." I'll be like, "No, sorry. Let's call her Susan." I'll say, "No, Susan, we don't. Have a lovely day." That's it. See you later. She'd be like, "You must search it." I'm like, "No, I'm not going to search it, Susan. We don't have it. Can't get it in for you. Doesn't exist."
Leave it, Susan.
She'd be like, "Can I have Jeremy Clarkson's new novel? Jeremy Clarkson isn't a person, Susan." I don't know what I don't know what you're talking about. I'm typing into the computer, nothing's coming up. Sorry, Susan. If you try Waterstones, fuck off. That's pretty much.
So you're essentially like making her think she's gone mad. Just because.
Oh, don't fucking say that.
No. But like, she clearly deserved it if she was that much of a bitch.
So you were trying to make a vulnerable person. I think they were.
She wasn't vulnerable.
No, she wasn't. She really wasn't. She was very much there. She just wasn't very nice.
She deserved worse. She deserved worse.
I remember afterwards. I went for my lunch somewhere. I went into like a local shop, and she was having a full-on shouting match with the customer service person. It was like, this. I was like a sausage roll. It was a fucking shit in bakery. It probably was a shit sausage roll, right? It was like, this sausage roll, it's fucking shit. It's cold. There's no consistency to the pastry. And I was like, I looked at the owner. I was like, and he was like, mm-hmm. He was like, anyway. So she was miserable. I hope she's better now. And I hope life has gone better for her.
Maybe something happened to her.
Apparently she worked in the BBC, a long time
ago.
Was?
She was the BBC?
Yeah, she did. So she said, she told me, but she was full of shit. So,
she probably
if she worked for the BBC, she probably was full of shit,
cleaner. She would have been a cleaner at the BBC.
That's it. That. You missed my mad zing there, but I bet. But did you get my mad zing comment?
What mad zing? No.
You're like, I said, she said she worked at the BBC. I can't remember explaining. Sorry for everyone who's listening to this. It's my own ego standing out because I really risked off to get this laugh. I said she was working for the BBC.
Go on.
And I said, but she was full of shit. But then again, if she working for the BBC, you have to be full of shit. Oh, no. Yeah.
Oh, I'm breaking up. My internet's going. Woo.
You're breaking up. You're not. You're clear as eye.
Oh, am I really? Oh,
yeah. Can you hear me? Oh, fuck off! I see.
I'm taking the piss, man.
Taking the piss. The thing is, Ristov takes the piss with a bit of reality mixed in, so we actually have had some technical issues, and he takes the piss like he's breaking up because he has been breaking up before.
Because I am breaking up.
I'm breaking up this working relationship. Is what I was trying to say. Is the metaphor that's going. So, Ristov, have you actually watched any Just Talking streams, Just Chatting? Because we're obviously going at this completely fresh and new. We don't actually know what the consistency is or what Twitch actually wants, what people want from a Just Chatting channel.
The only thing ages ago, there was a guy that I watched. I can't remember his name. God love him. And he had like very few viewers, much like ourselves. But he had the most, like, he must have spent so much on all this stream, and like he had all the, like, whatever, I don't even know what the bloody called, like little frames and bits and stuff, and like little emote and emojis and things.
The quality was like,
oh my god, it looked like he had worked on it. He probably had worked on it for days and days and days, but he literally had like a couple of viewers, and he even had like he had like a news segment. And then when he was like, "Oh, this is the news segment," and then it would come up, and he'd have like a little like it was a proper TV show, with like a thing would roll down, a little jingle would play, and blah 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 blah, and you were like,
"Fuck me, it's good."
But then he was just, bless him, it was like just him on his own, and I can't remember what the fucking hell he was talking about. It was just like I don't know. It was just sort of blathering on about things, and I just remember thinking like, oh, I wish he had more viewers, because he was so like he was ready for more.
Don't be thinking about him, mate. Think about fucking us. No, I hear you. He was like proper professional, right?
But, yeah, and then but that's the last kind of just chatting stream I can remember looking at, and remember thinking like, wow, like, you know, he's probably did it like 3 times and thought, well, fuck this. Like, but it was, which is why I kind of like our stream, because it's, it's just like a bit slapdash, isn't it? It's a bit like,
man. I mean,
hither and thither, you just kind of think, although it is easier with 2 people. Obviously,
definitely.
He was on his own.
That's fucking big balls on your own, doing just chatting on your own. I think it's big balls, because you haven't got like, I think with streaming like a video game, you can just play. If no one's talking to you, just fucking play the game and commentate on it. And all that's not actually easy when you've got like 0 viewers and you're doing that. It's not easy, but I think it's easier than if you're just chatting.
If you're doing nothing.
Big thing, everybody. I know everyone knows this. Never look at the fucking view count whenever you stream. Ristov, you're not looking at the view count, are you? Don't look at it.
No, I'm not. I'm not. I can't see it.
Okay. It shoots up and down. It's low, isn't it? Don't tell me. I don't want to know. But we have ups and downs.
26.
Oh fuck yeah, 26. So you 26. Fucking lying piece of shit. But I think it's like it's a real art. It's something I found out that really helps. It's just not looking at it, because you can like because it affects like your whole performance and everything. So not that we're performing. Well, we are kind of performing. We're just having a chat, aren't we? So. But I think the beautiful thing is about this discussion we have is that me and Ristov, we like each other a lot. Well, that's what I'm assuming anyway. That's what he's told me. He's kind of full of shit. So we sort of have these chats, and I just enjoy speaking to Ristov. So we thought we'd bring it to stream. We will have more prepared streams in the future, probably.
Hopefully. We will. We definitely will.
We want to have like, I think one of those. Yeah, one of those things, isn't it? We need to build up an audience,
we need to have a more in-depth kind of meeting, don't we? Like our development meeting at the moment, our only development meeting was basically us going,
Discord's not working.
TownBetween.
Yeah, read that one. Well, yeah. Or it's like, let's talk this day. Let's talk this day. And this is the thing with life. I think it's fucking weird, isn't it? I think it's such a strange thing existing in today's world, because you think you're busy all the time. I don't know, but like life is just. What am I trying to say?
I know what you're trying to say. I genuinely do.
And you're sort of like, it's just like work is so draining. But I think you need to have like a routine. I think it's good for us to have this routine.
Yeah.
But
and I also I'm bad in a way that like
that wasn't me having a dig at you, Ristov. By the way, Ristov.
No.
That's like 3 chats. No, I'm joking. You didn't really. You fucking didn't.
No, really. but I'm also conscious, because like particularly like this last week, I've been off work this week, so I've not like done a great deal. I've done like other bits, but I know you haven't been. So I also don't want to be like, all your free time that you get, let's be on the phone to me all the time, or be doing shit like that, because I'm like, do you know what I mean? So like, you need your time off, mate.
Mate,
hard job.
The highlight of the week is talking to Ristov on Twitch to 2 viewers. It is. When I say 2, I mean obviously it's 1,000 viewers, but no,
2,000.
2,000, of course.
It just shows the first number. Yeah.
No, it's a blessing. I think it's so much fun. I'm having a great time. When we started, sometimes you start the stream and you're like a bit of a wet flannel. I'm like a wet flannel, and then I have 3 beers.
I'm like a wet flannel 90% of the time. Really.
Yeah, you're known. I mean, as the wet flannel. No,
I am.
No, you're
the
not.
Wettest flannel.
You're known as the driest flannel, because you are very appealing to wipe down surfaces with.
But I am still a flannel.
But you're still a flannel. This is what they come for. People probably tune into the stream like, what the fuck is this? Why are these guys screaming themselves? But yeah, no, I think it's great fun. It's great fun. What we plan to do, I think, we have kind of spoken about this. We're gonna have like people come into the chat and have like a video voice call. We'd love to have someone like Faisal, if he wasn't fucking streaming.
Streaming.
Piece of shit. But anyone like people who want to join in. As I said, if you guys, anyone who's knocking around, drop a follow. You can join the Discord, and we will have some calls where you can drop into the Discord and come in if you'd like. If you'd like to be part of this awkward chat we have. No, it's not awkward at all, but it might be awkward to people watching it. We are completely. This feels quite natural for us.
We're fine. I think next week I'm gonna get onto our friend Faisal, and I think we should just drag him onto the stream, no matter if he wants to or not.
What
And even if it's
Q&A
just a
with
voice.
Faisal.
And yeah, he can be a
The
special
people
guest.
would want it. They'd want it.
People want to know what he thinks.
I want to know what he thinks about us too.
How he works.
Absolutely. I think one thing we'll do, I think some research we could do, not to discuss on stream, everyone's very interested in this, I'm sure, is checking out just chatting channels. And if anyone knows any good just chatting channels, they'll sort of produce something quite similar to this, let us know. And we might take some hints and tips.
We will go and
cheeky
copy
bits.
them, basically. We will copy them till we are blue in the face.
Absolutely. We think that imitation is the highest form of complementation and art. Flattery. Absolute flattery. Well, to be fair, absolute flattery. I think this whole like stream, we really want to be like an interactive thing with the audience. And I think so far we've had like beerus, but we're still smashing it. Like we've had the one conversation. We're still going. We're going strong, man. I'm enjoying it. I think it's good fun.
That's all we need to be doing.
That's all we need.
It's all chilled out, isn't it?
That's it. It's
just nice and chilled.
Absolutely. We had stop me, Restov, say something interesting because I'm about to talk about something boring. About to talk about our last stream. It was the first stream. We did great. I didn't record it. Tip to every streamer: get your recording system in place and record your streams because you get some beautiful memories. Absolutely.
Okay, so another question.
Yeah, go for it. That's what I needed. You filled in that gap. You're like, fuck. We need something slapped down here right now that will lead this conversation.
Slapping down. I'm going to say 2 words. And again, I'm interested in how these words have affected you. So the words are horrible weddings.
Horrible weddings? Oh, baby.
Have you been to any horrible weddings? Are you planning a horrible wedding? I
know this guy is going to have one, and he better fucking invite me because it's going to be really awkward if he doesn't. But I have a feeling that is going to be the opposite of horrible.
Who is this guy?
It's just some cunt, you know. I just sound really mean. Just some fucking dickhead. Yeah, we don't dickhead guys. No, this is
horrible weddings. Surely you've been to a wedding.
Yeah,
surely
man,
you've been to a wedding and like you thought, God, this is awful. I mean, and
I've got some fucking stories. This is genius. I need to next stream, right? You've come with some material. Next stream, I need to bring some material because Christoph has absolutely carried this fucking stream today.
So, because I think again, and I'm going to say this at my wedding, which you may or may not be invited to. I haven't decided yet. But there's nothing worse than being at a wedding that like you don't really want to be there in the first place, but as a +1 like to other weddings. And the worst weddings I've been to is where I am a +1 of someone who's actually been invited to the wedding, and then you just like all day because you don't know anyone. You may or may not like the person that you were at the time.
Absolutely.
I didn't. And then there's literally no. So and that is often it's one of those things that would never really happen in any other situation. You would never be in a situation where you have to pretend that you know everyone, and you have to talk about people to people that you don't know anything about, while all in the sort of pretense of like, oh God, this is amazing. And really, deep down, you're like, when the hell will it end? And when can I go home?
The bride looks nice, doesn't she? Oh,
that's not the bride.
That's not the bride. Little Gidding says, try going alone. So Little Gidding, I know, went to a wedding this weekend by himself. I think he did a good job. He had a good bloody time. He hooked onto someone else. I want to ask really quickly, Little Gidding, how's the stream running? Because I'm getting a lot of orange and red flashes on my OBS. But how are you looking at it, Ristov? Can you see if it's running all right? It looks running when I look on online thing. It looks all right.
Yeah, it looks fine to me.
Yeah.
I can't hear anything. I've muted it, obviously.
No, of course. Or it'll be like going double echo. It sounds. I just got back. It sounds. Oh shit! It sounds really good.
Sounds really good.
Perfect. Great. OBS sometimes gives these flashes.
So this is actually a topical. This is something that's happened to a viewer that can actually talk about it. Oh my God. Jesus Christ!
If it wasn't Little Gidding, I would actually care. I do care. Of course, brother. Little Gidding is my brother. If anyone's interested.
But yeah, horrible weddings. Tell me more about horrible weddings,
I'll give you one. And Little Gidding actually came to this one. I feel like your faces should be bigger. All right, I'll edit that for next stream. Maybe I can make it. Actually, I'm gonna blame Ristoff for this because his artwork. I had to work around it to make it.
Yeah.
This is as close as I could have fucking gotten. Okay. No, I think it looks.
My fault.
I think it's great. It looks great. What are you fucking talking about? It looks great. It looks great. It looks great. I think it looks great. Yeah, get him to fucking redo everything, and we're good.
I'll do it. I will do it. All right.
I'll do it. No, it's great.
I'm writing it down now.
I'll make squares bigger for stream. So I think my worst wedding I've been to. I'll tell you this right now. Little Gidding was actually there. I was quite drunk myself, but it was my cousin's wedding. I hope you never watch this. You are a lovely cousin, my favorite cousin actually. So
cousin.
You're never gonna watch this. You're never gonna listen to this. I'm sure lots of people enjoyed it. I feel fucking awful now I'm saying this. I'm sure I should have said this from a random person. I'm sure people went there enjoyed it, but me myself basically went into they have the food, right? And they come out with the food. You can't see any alcohol anywhere. You're like, what's going on? Your glasses, it's about like 9 of you around the table, and 2 bottles of wine get put on the table. You're like, what the fuck? We've got 2 bottles of wine between us. Eventually, everyone's got like a little dibble of wine like this big, like. And then like half an hour later, they bring more wine out. So like, okay, so they're actually going to bring some out. So anyway, and we get a couple of wines in, and it's the end, right? And this place in the fucking middle of nowhere, they have a Kaylee last 10 minutes, whatever. And then there's like a bar, but you have to pay, but they don't take card, they don't take cash. And there's no fucking card machine out anywhere because we're in a village in the fuck middle of nowhere. So I had to just mind sweep. I remember mind sweeping like all these gross bottles. It's quite a religious wedding, so luckily not many people were trying to get hammered. I was, because that's my absolute priority at weddings. So I was just smashing these back. I was getting hammered, and that night, I remember there was this really creepy dude on the dance floor, just like, he started like motorboating girls, and everyone was getting very uncomfortable, he got pushed out, and I was like, me and little kid were like, this is fucking weird, so pushed, fucking sort him out, mate. But someone dealt with him anyway. But anyway, that night, so fucking, if you don't have alcohol at the wedding, and you can't physically pay for it, fuck off. No, what the fuck? I come there, if especially you don't know many people, you want to drink, you want to get into the spirit of it all. And it ended at like 11 o'clock, and then they went out to the city, some of them on taxis that cost like 40 quid. And I went back to a tent where my partner took my Arctic sleeping bag. It was in fucking winter, and I had this, it was new in a relationship, so I let that happen. Wouldn't now. And I took his fucking minuscule, like a sandwich pack. I was vomiting all through the night, shitting cold. It was a pop-up tent. I was icy. It was horrendous. And my parents were in a fucking lovely camper van 2 feet away, and they wouldn't let anyone in. So that was my nightmare wedding. Look,
you had a fish. So apparently you had a fish tie. Is that right?
What the fuck does I don't know what that means. What's a fish tie?
Not like a tie in the shape of a fish, or something that you tie fish together with.
No idea what he's talking about.
A fish tie, or maybe a fish pie.
You vomited right by me head. I probably did, yeah. No, it was in another tent. So that crawled into like a horrible, cold, icy sleeping bag.
Nothing worse than I suppose there's a lot worse, but like hearing other people be sick, and you're like, oh my god.
Yeah, vomiting in a pile behind their tents. They could probably smell it. How about you, Ristoff? Give us a story, son.
Well, I've been to many horrendous weddings. One of which I've told you about, but I'm not going to go into that on stream.
Oh yeah. Yes.
But a bit awkward. But no, there's one wedding I went to which was really, really like lavish. It was ages and ages ago. It was when I was about 22, and again I was a +1 with the person I was with who was invited. And again, I think he was it was almost like a pity invite for him, really. I think he didn't really know anyone there, so we were both just there. And it was in Madrid.
Oh my god, so you actually paid quite a lot to get out there.
Yeah, well, I mean, I did. And again, it was quite a new relationship then, so I kind of got it all. It was like, when are you going to come? It's all paid for, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay, yeah, nice one, this will be good. Horrendous. And it was like, it was just the most over the top wedding I've ever seen. It was like something. It was like I honestly thought like someone was going to come out and be like, it's all a joke, because it was just like they had more money than sense, and it was in like an aquarium kind of place. It wasn't an aquarium. It was like a zoo, but like in Madrid. I can't remember what it was called, and it was like all the tables were set like near all the penguin enclosure things, so you kind of see the penguins where you're like chowing down on your penguin, and
On your penguin, yeah.
it was, oh god, it was just the worst thing ever. And all the people we sat on the table with were all like just total cunts, and they were all like unbearable. And they were all like, oh my god! I mean, I don't even know. They were all from different like places all over the world. There's this Australian woman who was like unbearable beyond belief, and she just kept like patronizing me or whatever because I was clearly standing out like a, I was there in my like, Primark shirt or whatever, and they're all there in their Armani shirts. They're like, oh my god, you look so cute. Where did you get that? I'm like, fuck off. All right.
Primark, mate.
Primark. Have you heard of that? And yeah, it was just, and then it just kind of got worse and worse because it had like, it was like one of those meals where it was like a 9-course meal, but it was like a tiny little plate, and you were like, oh, this is compressed horse with foie gras wrapped in pancetta, whatever, and you're like, oh, okay, lovely. Any burgers? And again, like similar situation to you, it was like the booze, even though they were like throwing like champagne everywhere, whatever, you couldn't get a drink anywhere unless it was like, oh no, if you just go over to the Swarovski Crystal Bar, then you can get a drink there. And I'm like, I can't afford a fucking Swarovski Crystal Bar. I just want to like beer. I mean, do you do beer? Like, no, it's a beer, sir. And I'm like, what? So yeah, that was pretty horrendous. Even though it was like, it just made me feel really awful about the world. I like wanted to come home and like relinquish all my possessions to people.
So it's classy as fuck, right?
I felt dirty for being there.
Oh god.
And then yeah, just lots of tales a bit like yours, where involving sick. You know, lots of people being sick, lots of drunken, sticky people, like bridesmaids, which is like crying and vomiting, and you're like, ooh.
Oh god, that sounds horrendous. I mean, it's like, so it was expensive to get there, expensive at there, and then no one was likable, and you couldn't get the booze you requested. They were too expensive.
Didn't know anyone, didn't like who I was with, and then everyone was just so showy. There was like one that, like, I think like Kylie Minogue had like recorded a message for the groom, and you were like,
oh god, mate. Do you want to hear something? Do you want to hear something really cool in relation to that? Lil Gidding himself had at his wedding, the voice actor for Geralt from The Witcher gave him a message saying, "Your maiden is his wife is the finest maiden of all the land." In the Geralt's voice.
That's genuinely cool.
Yeah,
that's genuinely
cool.
Good.
Lil Gidding says, that creepy guy had a tie, was wearing a fish. So this wedding I went to, Lil Gidding. Yeah, the guy who was gross had a fish tie, which of course is an absolute sign for a total prick. Classy man. All right, I am absolutely dying to go to the bathroom.
Yeah, me too.
And to get a quick number.
Glad you said that.
And we'll be right back. I appreciate everyone who's showed up so far. If you haven't already, please drop a like. And follow us on Twitch. Wait, shit. We're streaming from Twitch.
Wife's cousin working on The Witcher.
Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, one of our Robert's wife's cousins works on the Witcher games. Works on all the big boss games. He's working on like Star Citizen and all that shit. Anyway, so we're gonna be right back. Appreciate your faces. Yeah, if you're enjoying the stream so far, drop us a follow. It's the best way you can support us. And we're gonna be 20 seconds. All right, see you. Well, 20 seconds. We'll be back soon. All right, take it easy, guys. All right. We're back to the mainstream, baby.
All right.
Mainstream, baby. Next stream we'll probably have some like a theme going, some thematic shit.
And I won't be having as many technical issues, so
well, the other thing is they're not going to notice your technical issues because you've actually been on stream the whole time. Basically, we're supposed to be able to see my face, which some people would say is a blessing, but not for.
I need to see his face. I just need to.
Exactly.
It's part of my
gets
medication.
It's been known, witnessing my face at least once a week is the perfect cure for arthritis.
Yeah, I've got arthritis in my face.
Little Gidding says, kids just knocked on my door. Eek did not answer. You son of a bitch. Where are your sweeties?
To be fair, I'll be doing the same. I will be doing the same because we've not got anything unless I'm giving them marbles.
I bought shitloads, man. You give me marbles. What the? Well, Rostov is in a probably far more communal area than I do. I'd say.
There's not many kids around here, though. To be fair.
Yeah, I don't think there's many here either. I think they'll probably all go into my local city or town to do it. Probably local town. But yeah, and I'm gonna have a shitload of sweets tomorrow, which is always a lovely thing.
Nice.
Funny story.
Go on.
Oh my god, funny story alert. Everybody get ready. Right. We should have like a thing on the stream where you go like ding 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 and then it says funny story alert.
Funny story. Oh my god, incoming funny story.
There's a podcast where you go like, oh my god, I was such a funny story I knew to tell you, which is totally real and totally in context and by no way exaggerated whatsoever. It all legitimately happened how it happened. But this actually all legitimately happened. It's not even that funny. It's probably why. So I had to take a COVID test recently because of my work. They said, you got to take a COVID test, Mr. Minutes, because you may have been exposed to COVID. So I was like, all right, I'll take a bloody lateral flow test. And I took it. This lateral flow test, I forgot the instructions because I've used it so many times. I was like, oh, and I got it. I was like, that's definitely positive because I remember that's positive. I'm positive. Everyone's got it. It wasn't positive. Funny story.
Oh my! How did we lol?
Read it wrong, boys. Very embarrassing, as I had to tell everyone I had it. I didn't. And that's long story short, mate. Exciting as fuck.
I was well excited when I got that message. I was on my way around in a hazmat suit.
Oh, boy.
He got the COVID. He got the COVID.
Because I thought I had it, I'd tell NHS that I've got this and this test. I'd take another test and another test. Yeah, it's just like, oh, so stupid. So embarrassing. I tell the people at the place, actually, I read it wrong, so I don't know if I need this. But
I'm not pregnant.
Yeah,
sorry.
Yeah, was it you who said, at least it's not? Oh no, that was funny story number 2, Ristov.
Whoa!
Shut me down.
You are lining up these stories, lining them up.
So in the Minutes for Wall stream last Thursday, in which we got a fat. One viewer. But they made a good point. They said if I should never be left alone with tests because, for instance, if a pregnancy test occurred at some point, I would read it wrong. And oh man, it sounded funnier. It was funnier in the stream. There was one-to-one banter going. He was like, "Oh, bloody good job on the bloody pregnancy test, isn't it, mate?" And I was like, "Oh, it's a bloody good job, mate. Isn't it? It's bloody very good job. I got that one wrong, wouldn't it, mate?" He was like, "Isn't it, mate?" And I was like, "Oh, mate." And that was the stream. And then I was like, "All right, mate. We've been streaming for this long, and let's log out." And that was that. But yeah, dude.
Well, sometimes all the exciting stuff just happens to you, mate. I mean,
no, God, it's such an.
I'm not even taking a COVID test. I'm not even needed to. I mean, I'm like,
It doesn't even need to.
What is it? Need to, mate.
You
don't even need to.
Lucky old boy.
I'm immune.
I'm immune. No, it's funny actually because lots of people I work with have been double vaccinated, but still, everyone's catching it still. It's crazy.
All riddled.
All riddling, all passing it on. So yeah, fun times.
I'm very surprised that neither of us have got it yet, considering our jobs.
I definitely got it once upon a time.
I feel like I've had it and I've just not
known about it. You're probably smashing dumbbells as you're doing it.
Yeah, you know me.
Don't touch me. Fit as fuck. Yeah, dude. Funny times. Funny time.
Right, next topic.
Right, go for it. Ristov, you're so good at knowing that lull. You're like, oh fuck, we need something shot boosted into your balls right now. Okay.
So I've got 2 words in much of the similar vein as the horrible weddings.
Mm-hmm.
I'm now gonna say worst dates.
Okay. Well, my current will never watch this podcast, so I can totally say this and not get in trouble.
My worst date with her.
All right, I've got such a good, awful date. So when I was in university, I was not very successful with the ladies. But I dated. She probably wouldn't even call it dates, but they were dates. Like I dated this girl, went out for a few dates, and every time we went to this restaurant, of course she came from Yorkshire, funny enough.
Weirdo.
We always went to this one place and always got pies. And I just remember it being just you know, when we obviously got on well when we were like out and about with other people or at the club, but at club, I mean,
The
not
club.
the club. We did
We're
we did
just
like
chilling at the club.
we did a joint like a topical club or whatever, like whatever. Topical club. What the fuck am I talking about? Sports club,
Topical
which
club.
we got on well with. But when we're together, it was like this. I could do. I think I probably told Ristov about this, but I could do word for word for Ristov. Ristov, you be me, okay?
Go for it.
Well, first of all, you be me. So I want you to say, "This is a nice pie."
Oh, mate, this is a nice pie. Sorry.
It's like, yep.
That was my southern accent.
Right, you say that,
Okay,
right?
I'll be good. I'll be good.
No, that was perfect.
This is a nice pie. This is a lovely pie.
And I'll be said lady. Yes. And imagine the date like that for half an hour, and then walking up the road.
What else do you eat other than pies?
Do you like? Yeah, literally, I was like, you like pies? Okay, so how's this? What's I doing for this? It's like, yeah, cool. Anyway, it was just like the fucking.
Do you like bread?
Do you have bread? Yeah, and I remember.
Do you
I don't know how
bread with your pie?
Do you have bread with your pie? We went out a few more times. By the way, I don't know if she's ever gonna watch this, but nice girl. I mean, I was probably I was probably 5 times worse than you were. Okay, so I'm not trying to say you were bad. I was probably shit at conversation myself, but yeah. Anyway, it wasn't great. It did end quite quickly, but
at least it was, at least you didn't string it out over 6 months of
the dates were like that. I kept taking out for food for some reason, and the conversation was like fucking horrendous.
Did you just keep going to the same place? It was just the pie place over and over again.
I went to it twice, and I took a breakfast and stuff like that. And I just didn't. I hadn't really had much interactions with her for a long time at that point. On a romantic level, so it probably was my fault. But yeah, I also remember going out like to the club and stuff, and she was like a proper dancer. I was just like, dance me. I was like, yes.
Dance. I can't see you dancing. I wish I could.
Yeah, you can't see me dancing. He'd think that's beautiful. But yeah, I remember doing that, and it was awful. And I remember one of our drunk friends really disliking me and telling me to back off. And that was pretty much the experience. And then it ended in a bit more awkward terms, but only Ristov's ears can hear those. But yeah, nice lady. Awkward. How about you, mate boy?
Yeah, I've been on some pretty bad dates. Although I mean, like not for a while. But you
could have some bad dates with your current partner. Every single day.
That's true. But obviously, I am in a relationship with another chap. But there was a time,
lovely gentleman.
There was a time when I was not in relationships with chaps. I was in relationships with ladies. Which
didn't work out.
We all went through. It was a phase. Spoiler, didn't work out. But I went out with one girl while I was in uni, and it was totally not unlike me. And I think at that point I was kind of just like, it wasn't my last girlfriend, but it was sort of petering out to the point of where I'm like, do you know what? I think I'm gonna go with the guys, right? But we'll try it again with a girl. Let's just why not? Let's have another go. So it wasn't
just
like
to make sure, sort of thing.
Yeah, just to make sure. Yep, no. And so not like me at all. I think she worked in a pub or whatever, and we were like getting some drinks or whatever, and I just asked for a number out of nowhere. I think I must have been really, really drunk, because that is just not.
That's
I don't think I've ever done that to anybody. It's just like, hey, can I have your number, young lady? And she was like, oh, yes, of course you can, Mr. Bottleswaite. And that's all how it happened. Obviously, this was in like the Regency period. And so we went for a date with her. And yeah, she was a nice girl, very pretty. I sat down, had a few drinks, and then she was like quite intense. I remember thinking, like, she's very intense. She's sort of like, I don't know. She just had a bit of a look about her. And then she started like crying. And just like, little bits of crying. I was like, oh, you all right? And she's like, oh, I've just had a really bad few weeks. Or a bad few. And I'm like, okay, oh God, okay. And then like, it's awful. She said like her brother had died or something,
Oh
or whatever,
God.
like a few weeks ago or whatever. And so she like clearly wasn't ready to be out going dating or whatever, and she was obviously very upset and whatever. So I was like, oh, that's awful, you know, very, very, very sad. I tried to sort of make her feel not as awful.
Sad. Yeah.
But then she like just got sadder and sadder, and to the point where she was like, you know, like balking, like and sobbing and like, why? I'm like, oh God. And then she like got a photo album out of a bag of like pictures of her and her brother, and I was like, whoa, okay, this girl is really not ready to be out and about.
Gosh.
So I was like, oh, it's all fine, just have another cigarette, for God's sake. But anyway, like at the end of the night, she was like, I was like, oh, I'll walk you home. She's like, no, just walk me halfway home. I was like, thank fuck. Okay, nice one. I'll just walk you halfway home. Yes, taxi. And so like I walked halfway home, and then I was sort of like walking back home. And I was walking home. I was just thinking, wow. I mean, that was bad. That was this was a mistake.
She's gonna be thinking about that for some time, I think.
Yeah. This is horrendous. And then I thought she'd like spiked my drink or something, or I thought like I was having some kind of funny turn, because suddenly like the ground started shaking and I fell over and I was like, what the fuck's happening? Whatever. Like, and I thought, oh God, I'm like hallucinating, something weird's happening. And then it all just stopped. And then I had loads of missed calls on my phone from my flatmates at the time. And when I got home, they were all up and they were like, where have you been? Like, we've been really worried. We're trying to get through to you. Like, and there'd been an earthquake in the town I live, which like obviously never happens. It's very rare. And there'd been a fucking earthquake that night. And I remember getting home like, oh, my flatmates, it was like 1:30 in the morning. They're all like, oh God, we thought you were dead. And yeah, and it was kind of like a really out of body experience, being like, I don't think I have ever had a sign like that. Such a strong physical sign saying, don't go near this girl. Like, when there's a fucking earthquake. But yeah, that was like such a crazy time. And then then it was the morning after, it said town in the UK had a earthquake of like 4 point something.
And you thought that was all
years.
psychological, like
Yeah, and I was like, whoa! I literally thought I'd like.
That's crazy.
I was on a trip.
Mate.
And yeah, so I blame that girl. I thought she was like a witch. I thought she'd like
hexed you.
I walked away and she was like, kill him on the way home. Yeah, so that was crazy.
That
very strange
kind of
date.
shatters mine.
And then went on to men. So.
Wow. It was almost like a sign.
It only took an earthquake.
Mate, that's crazy. I remember you telling me that. I remember you telling me that. It's so dramatic. Because we've had these conversations ourselves, and that's crazy. Because you would have thought, I can imagine, like, if I was in your shoes, having that earthquake beneath my feet, and I'd be like, I'm losing my mind.
It's not something you expect to happen on the walk home from a night out. Certainly.
No, crazy. And it was actually an earthquake. The way that felt good, knowing it was a legitimate earthquake, and it wasn't like some foreboding thing. Yeah, that's crazy. That is bananas. It's bananas.
And then the girl kind of stalked me for a while afterwards. So,
okay. Well, you are definitely stalkable. Look at your face. That's a stalkable face.
Stalkable face.
I don't think I've ever been. I think once actually. We'll talk about stalking. I have actually been stalked. Twice in my life. I'll be talking about that, which you don't normally find some. I say that everyone's going, oh, how dare you make assumptions about man? I was gonna say as a man, I don't think that's quite normal, but maybe it is, and I'm a fucking ignorant piece of shit. I just have that tattooed on my chest. Ignorant piece of shit, so then everyone could just like realize that's the case, and they can. At least I'm self-aware, dude. But I was in like secondary school. I remember this girl. Bless her. I feel really shitty about it now, actually, because she used to follow me home. And follow me around school. She really liked me, and it just freaked me out. And I told her, please, for the love of God, stop following me. I felt awful. Yeah, I was like really bad because obviously, I mean, we're both kids, so it's sort of like Yeah, I mean, she's fine now. She's doing all right. She's doing very well. Knew her later in life. Not knew her, but, knew of her, and she's doing great. I used to have my hair cut by my best mate. She's like, oh, you remember that guy? I was like, oh, yeah, I do. Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
Vaguely.
I always wish I could say, like, I'm sorry if I was ever mean, so I just didn't like her following me all the time. But just literally, she'd live nowhere near me and follow me. And I lived a long way away from school, so I had to walk quite a way. And she'd follow me most of the way. So she's like a nice girl. She's quite normal. She's doing great. So good. God bless her. Maybe I don't know. Maybe she would just follow me home so she could chuck rocks through my window because I was a dickhead. I don't know. Maybe she was no attraction whatsoever.
Maybe you dropped something and she was just trying to like pick it up and give it back.
Or like she was just trying to tell me that I had a really bad haircut. She really wanted to help me out. But she didn't know how to say it, so she just kept building up the courage to say it. But anyway, I feel awful about that. And then I used to work in this job, and a man found my address from my car registration. Came to my home and knocked on my door. I was like, "Oh, dude, you can't do that. Please don't do that." But too late then, wasn't it? When you answer the door, you're like, "Oh, fuck." So it's always reminded me to check the window before I answer any fucking door because, that was awkward as fuck. But have you just had that lady? Have you? Maybe she just had biggest in the village, says Little Gidding. Little Gidding wasn't my older brother at the time. It was my older brother at the time, still is my older brother. But he soon went away, and he was like, talk about one of my memories from growing up as Little Gidding being the grumpiest teenager of all time. He's probably in his room listening to Nirvana going, well, let's live, it's dangerous. And I was coming back like, some girl keeps following me home. Grow up, hey, pussy. That's what Little Gidding would have said. You arrogant POS. Good times. Siblings. Great. But yeah, crazy. Was it just her? If that's the only time you've had a stalker? I'm your stalker now.
Yeah, only you now, mate.
I text him at midnight going, all right, mate, what do you think? What are you dreaming of, buddy?
Are you better?
What have you been dreaming of,
like,
mate?
No,
Stop texting me at 1 in the morning, minute. Yeah, what are you thinking?
We're having dinner early today. We're having it at 11 p.m.
I know, just dreaming of demons. Pretty sure I saw someone on my roof earlier, just looking down at my bed. Tell me more. Sorry, I don't want to make it as creepy. Classic.
No, I don't think I've had any other stalkers, but you don't know. Maybe, someone might be stalking you now. They're doing such a good job of it. You don't even realise. Right?
That's it.
Crazy person. Knows to his all.
That's it. It could happen. Like me and Ristov, we've had this online friendship for a long time. Online relationship is a bit weird. Online friendship for a long time. I mean, we never knew if one of us was catfishing the other. Actually, wait, you saw me on stream, didn't you? But I was totally catfishing you in all other aspects of friendship. What do you call a friendship catfish? I'm like, I'm really charismatic and friendly in real life. Sorry, my brain's sort of coming out. Go on.
I think I just wouldn't be able to be a catfish. I'm too. Well, now.
You're too handsome, mate. You don't have to catfish. I couldn't be a catfish. I'm too fucking sexy.
No,
I don't fucking need it.
So, for example, when we were just on the phone now, I left my mic on. Like, a catfish wouldn't do that. A catfish would be on it.
They'll be very fucking clever, mate.
They'd be like, And as you know, I'm a bit of a thicko, so I couldn't possibly be a catfish because I just don't have, and I can't be arsed. Who can be arsed? I find it hard enough, like being me and doing my own stuff, let alone pretending to be someone interesting.
I wonder. I think, of course, it's a special kind of someone, isn't it? Who wants to a lion and catfish another person, I suppose.
Definitely, I got to put some effort in.
Absolutely.
Show them.
Yeah, for sure. It's too much effort and not very nice.
Very little.
Very nice. I'm sure when I was a kid, when I was very younger, in the early days of the internet, I was like MSN Messenger. I'm messaging people I have no fucking idea who they were.
Yeah, I remember those days.
I remember being like 12 or like 11 and talking to girls. Well, actually, no. To be fair, I remember having web chat cats. I used to put the high contrast because I was a little chubby kid with a massive double chin. Now I'd use a beard to use that illusion, but high contrast did it in the day. And there was like, I remember I was talking to, luckily it was webcams. I knew they were like, but they would have been like 4 years older than me, 5 years older than me at the time. But nothing dodgy. But it was a bit weird though, wasn't it? I was talking to strangers from like America as like 11, 12 year olds. Fucking weird, man. It's yeah. Back then the internet was odd.
Weird.
I don't even know how I found them or how we came into contact, but
we were talking about this the other day. Me and Simon saying like how like had we had the stuff, this makes it sound really old, but I don't care. But like had we had all the technology that kids have got now, like it would have been so different in school. It just would have been so different. Where you'd be able to contact anyone you want just like that. Like what? Like I don't know. It's just so weird and so dangerous.
So dangerous. I just think everything online's recorded, isn't it? So I'm recording this podcast. God bless you all. It will be available on Spotify and
on
iTunes and everything after the stream. I don't know if this is our first recorded episode, so you've got to be lenient with us. We're going to be the next ones are going to be so streamlined, and I won't have a scar going across my face because I'm going to get risked off to delete that.
And I will
just silent online digs at my partner in crime. That's not a dig. It's beautiful. I've always praised this. But yeah, online. Shit, I'm just saying. We talked about this last stream, but no one was there for the recording. Well, lots of people, more people there. People were there then. But the last stream, we're talking about how like cricketers and stuff are being, employers and stuff are looking at stuff they said when they were like 18, 13 in some cases, and fuck me. Like some of the shit I wrote when I was 13 on like MySpace or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Not awful, but yeah, I mean potentially because I'm a fucking kid. Like when you're at that age, you write stupid shit because you don't understand anything. When I was like 12 years old, I'm gonna use a naughty word here, but if you used the term like masturbate, I wouldn't fucking know what you meant. If you said like, I'm getting a bit graphic now, but you could like, but you know what I mean? Like, what's that mean? But stuff like that. Or like, if I heard a joke, like for instance, right? I'll give you an example. I was watching Scary Movie, the first Scary Movie yesterday. It was fucking shit.
Oh, yeah.
But I was watching it, and I was like, Jesus, this is like, sorry, Jesus. I was like, flipping it. This is graphic as fuck. Like the jokes, they're so explicit. And when I was a kid, I was like, fuck. It used to be incredibly. Thank you, mate. That is permanently on our Twitch video. That's not the case. I don't know who Little Gidding is. Total cunt. All right. So mod ban him. No, but he's obviously joking. It's a joke. You know, jokes. But as I was saying, like, fucking hell. When I was a kid, I remember watching that in year 7, year 8. I thought, oh, this is fucking hilarious. Everyone's like, this is so funny. Dicks and willies and shit. But I didn't know what any of that meant. I've just fucking watched it now. Like, holy shit. That is so graphic. So when you have 11 and 12-year-olds, 13-year-olds, even 14, I'd say 15, posting shit online, they don't know what they're talking about. So when you judge them for that, they're fucking...
Later in life.
Even then, they're kids, right? It's they don't know what they're talking about. I didn't know what I was talking about. Bristol didn't know what he's talking about. You didn't fucking know what you were talking about when you're online as a kid. You know what I'm fucking talking about. So it's just, I think it's so fucking funny in this cancel culture of like 13-year-old boy. Hey, do you know what he posted when he was 13? Holy shit. Yeah. Fucking hell. I used to find things funny. I didn't even understand what they meant or the context. No context. There's shit.
All kids do. Then they still do.
Yeah, you have like adult jokes given to you, adult content given to you, and you're like, oh, that's funny, or oh, that's cool. But you don't fucking know what so I hate it. The internet is the worst because kids obviously have to grow up with that now, and now everything is super recorded. Back then it was a bit more, the internet was more anonymous, but now it's like you can't escape what you did when you're 13, and you got internet when you're 13, you're fucked. So if I ever have children, my God, they're not. If they go on the internet, it's going to be like policed like the flipping motherfucking...
Yeah.
Oh, God, I'm going to be awful. I'm going to be like a dictator. No! I want everything you say and do online.
But I need to do my schoolwork. No, you won't. You will do it on this papyrus with this quill. All right. Yeah.
Don't talk to your friends online. You don't know who they are. Could be some weird streamer. But yeah, it's like internet is literally so dangerous for like
It's a weird old
It's
place.
even there for
You
now. For
meet
like
some weirdos on it. I
weird.
mean, I have.
God
Put it
bless.
like that.
You know, like coming to the internet is like, you know, both of us, we're quite wise to all. We've been on Discord, we're on streaming, we've had people, we've interacted with real life people. So obviously when you're older, you sort of get it. You know what it is. Like us streaming right now, we know we're streaming to strangers who may think we're total cunts or maybe don't like us deeply or may pose as something or something else. You know what I mean? Sometimes you have like streams if someone comes in and says something about themselves and then you realize it's complete bullshit as they start talking. You can sort of read it, you know what I mean? So people think you're ignorant. But if I was a kid, it'd be completely different. So I just think internet is, not to get too deep, but it's hell. I just think it's hell for kids and they shouldn't get on it. That's why we've got this mature. This is a mature stream.
It's mature.
So, you know, I mean not that we have like massive traffic, but you know, be careful what you do. And that's pretty much that. I mean, we haven't any trolls yet. We will definitely have them in the near future, I'm sure. I don't think we haven't got enough tags. We haven't got enough tags. So we need to. Me and Ristov are going to be working on this. We're going to work on a stream, trying to get a bigger reach. I've obviously drank too much beer. I'm not actually drunk. Session beer, Ristov. Session beer, mate. Next time we stream, get on session beer because I've had 3 and I'm not actually that drunk. But I'm like middle. I'm riding that middle wave.
I've had 2 and I've got kind of a good
buzz, right? Yeah. But if you get like, I'm saying, Northern Monk do a nice session IPA for everyone who's interested. It's great. But yeah, dude. I just talking about the internet. Went to the internet.
So before we go, like, what are your plans for the week? Anything nice? Anything good? Anything?
What are you trying to torment me? Like what?
What is
that? You think I've got any nice plans for the week?
I just want to know where you'll be, so where I'll get, best place to put the camera.
Each night, there's this most amazing meme. I wish I could put up on screen. I will. Hey, here's a. I think I don't know where the audience is if they tape it out. I'm not even looking at the view account. But if you drop a follow, you can go into the Discord, and I'll post the meme in the Discord, which kind of summarizes my everyday life. I showed it to Ristov recently. It was a beautiful thing.
Oh, yeah.
That is pretty much my week. But, you know, life is still good, I suppose. It is good. Everything's good. I mean, I need to get involved in a club. I keep telling Ristov we should go to one together. But I need to sort it out.
We definitely need to sort that out, mate.
We'll sort it out. So I'm going to be looking to that. But I don't know, man. I don't know what I'm gonna try and get some more structure in my life, which everyone should do. Not that I'm trying to use myself as a martyr. I'm shit at sorting myself out. But everyone else, get yourself a nice structure. Having something weekly, doing something daily, or like a certain time of the week actually is meant to help. Meant to provide some structure. And it's
funny you mentioned that because I was gonna use these because I keep saying, in a minute I'm gonna do more artwork. I'm gonna do this artwork. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. And you're like, yeah, do it, mate. Yeah, nice one. That'd be amazing. And I never do anything. So what I'm gonna use these streams to be a kind of like, right, I'm gonna speak to Minutes on Sunday or whatever day, and I'm gonna show him this, and this is what I've done, and it's gonna keep me on track to actually do something and actually, be like, and I want you to like hammer it. I want you to be texting me at midnight, being like, "What do you mean you're in bed? You should be doing artwork."
Like, get some fucking material ready for the fucking street, mate.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh no.
So we're gonna do that. We're gonna have the art club, Ristov's art club.
Nice.
I.e., when I do my little art thing, I'm gonna keep showing the progress, and it's just gonna encourage me to actually do something because you're right. You need to get a bit more bits and bobs done, eh? A bit more bits and bobs done, rather than just that yakking about work and
absolutely
worrying about work and shit.
Absolutely. I think there's a very easy way to just fall into like finishing work, coming home, and just being like, I'm just gonna play video games, eat dinner, and go to bed.
Which sometimes is fine.
It's fine, totally. But every night, I think we need some structure, don't we? I mean, yeah, I need some.
Oh, shell.
For sure, everyone needs some pastime hobbies. And this is one of them. I think this has provided some good structure for me. Anyway, I know that much. I know preparing for it and getting ready for it. Even though today has been very, very unprepared.
It has been.
We've had a good time, though, haven't we?
And
we have to talk for over 2 hours.
To be able to talk to someone that isn't Simon or the dog, because I literally talk to no one else.
Absolutely, I feel exactly the same. But we're obviously going to make this a weekly thing, so we're trying to make this nice and flowing, and keep it weekly, so you can always be here. So check out the Twitch main page for when we are streaming. We'll put in the schedule. We changed today's time to 4 o'clock instead of 2. So if we've got any changes, you'll see it in the schedules. Just make sure you check it out. And if you drop a follow, you'll know when we're live. And you can join the Discord if you drop a follow, or you can follow us on Twitter. And what is our Twitter, Ristoff?
It is at town_between.
Town_between.
_between.
It's
the first one I made. They thought it was a robot.
Yeah, exact same thing happened with Minutes Falls actually. So I've got literally the exact two things. So you can follow both our original channels there. But we'd really appreciate if you check out our channel now. That would be great. Just drop us a cheeky follow. So we'll be back next week sometime. We're gonna have some chats beforehand and make a nice planned, exciting, interactive one maybe.
More interaction, more structure, and in fact, because I've been off work this week, but I'm back at work tomorrow. But then I'm actually off Tuesday and Wednesday again.
Jeez, how this guy gets so much holiday? Every time I spoke to Ristoff, he's like, "Oh yeah, mate, I'm on annual leave." It's like, what? Like, what? You lucky.
But on those days, I will do a little bit of planning and such. So I will be running that past Mr. Minutes because obviously he's the man in charge. And everything has to be signed off by him.
Yeah, that's true. I'm a cruel master. No, this is run by whoever's taking charge at that time of the week. Whoever's got like.
Yeah, it's true. It's damn true.
We're still prepared more for this stream. So yeah, but yeah, it's the spotty internet, so I take the responsibility of having good internet.
Internet has been an issue.
It has been an issue. What we do need to figure out is what sort of tags we need to put on for just chatting, so we can get some more traffic in. If anyone has any tips around that, drop us inbox. You can email us at townbetweenbusiness@gmail.com. For anyone who's listening to the audio version of this track, sounds like I'm showing a music video of this podcast.
Track.
We'd appreciate that. You can if you've got any questions, we'll monitor the inbox regularly, don't we, Ristoff?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I went on it once this week.
Yeah, there you go. You can also tweet us at town_between on Twitter, and we've got the Discord, and of course we've got the YouTube, which these things will be uploaded to. I might have to edit a few bits out of them, but apart from that, it's going to be on YouTube. So we really appreciate everyone who showed their face, Lil Gidding and Beerus. You have been our only active chatters today. I probably shouldn't bring that up in the actual podcast because it makes us seem like we're what we are. But whatever, we're honest. We're honest.
Make us seem like what we are.
We'll make us seem like what we are. We're going to be genuine and say how many active chatters we had today.
They're onto us.
But it's a weird thing, right? Because last stream I think we had like 8 concurrent viewers, and people might be like, "Whoa, that's like nothing. That's quite a lot for a little stream, to be honest."
Yeah. For the first stream, that's pretty good.
Pretty damn good. Especially been streaming for like a year. I mean, on my other channel, more than that even. That's pretty fucking good for like first stream. So, but streaming's like that. Like, for anyone who's listening who is a streamer or does anything, it does happen. So you just got to deal with it and just grind through it, baby. That's all you have to do. So yeah, we appreciate everyone who's come to check us out. We will see you next week, and if you follow the Discord or Twitter, we'll put up themes ready for the next stream if you guys are interested. Is there anything you want to say, Ristoff?
Anything. The only thing I want to say is thank you very much to your good self just for putting up with me.
Thank you.
And my horrendous technical issues that I've been having. So
Well, no one actually knows about this horrendous technical issues.
Minute.
No, thanks for having me. It's our channel.
No.
It's both of ours. You gotta say thanks for having me. I'm just as much a guest as you are. You ding dong, you bloody ding dong, you ding dong. He's only saying that because we're streaming from my computer.
He's the tech guy. I'm just the.
You're the arty boy.
I'm the arty boy.
You're the arty smarty boy. But yeah, no, I mean, I've honestly always loved speaking to you, man. So it's been such a fun stream. Anyone who's interested, who's enjoyed the stream, drop us a like. If you hit us up, email us as well on. I won't say it again. Actually, you've heard all the email and shit.
Yeah. The more likes and shit we get, the more actual reason it will give us to do stuff. Therefore, the stuff will be better. So
that's it. That's exactly. So yeah. If you have enjoyed it, if you want to encourage us to keep going, just drop us a like and follow us on YouTube and follow us everywhere. All the social medias. You can check us out on our Twitch page. We appreciate it. But for now, we're going to take it easy, guys. We hope you have a lovely week, and we will see you in the week at some point. Yeah, check us out. Follow us everywhere, and you'll be in the flipping loop. So, with that, we'll bid adieu, right?
Adieu.
Take it easy, guys. Bye.